Learns from the flash. And this time they're not quite prepared for it. Boaster does manage to get a bit of damage in. Trying to flush him out. Karan needing to fight his way out. The bad situation is unable to do so as the pit is going to be invested from Munchkin. Walking off this long position. Double tap shield expiring. Alpha trying to chase forward, trying to find that. As Chronicle needs the entry into garage, but Foxy9's got the close angle held. That gives the player advantage here to the side of Gen G.
This is such a tough choice for Fnatic. No idea where the operator is.
Ash holding close. Check over the top. Boaster being spotted, spammed down through the box. Recon through the opposite side of the wall. No, doesn't go deep enough to actually get the pings here. It's their own recon ping. Next on the Ash in the wall. Helps keep it protected.
Let's
Gets down to
go.
Crossfire. Just peeking out of the pit. 9-9. We remain tied up here between these two teams.
You can see that Fnatic had an idea that maybe somebody was pushed up at long A again. Kayak just not quite ready for it. Boaster able to finish the job, but Chronicle gets caught trying to lurk again. Gen G, so unbelievably patient sometimes. Foxy9, one of those guys you think about, aggressive play, good mechanics, but with his new role on Gen G, he has really shown tremendous ability to just wait things out and make the right plays at the right time on the other sides of the map. That was one of those moments for sure. A little bit of a different look here for Fnatic, trying to contest some of this long A space, so a deeper smoke to give themselves a little bit of map control on that part. And they are just really curious if and when Gen G is going to start to get aggressive. Drone to set up texture.
This is the flick. Falls down to 10. He's able to slide out to safety. Smooth criminal there from him, but makes it that much riskier for him to try to get back onto a line. Munchkin, at the same time, swinging around here at the B side. Smoke going to be cycled over from Karan. Spam through the door, gets the nano out. Alarm bot still set up. Spotted a 1, and Alpha's going to be taken down. Over at C-Long, Karan clearly catching a
How
glimpse.
did that work?
Spam him out in the end.
You know there's 2 on C. You've seen Foxy and Karan. This is what you're going to try to challenge.
30 seconds
Waiting
left.
for the moment. There's a great crash forward onto the side. Karan going to be blinded out. Foxy, however, top of Lumber, finding one. Spotting at the gun barrel, but cannot find the kills. Karan gets flushed out, but Munchkin again arriving, looking to be the hero.
Let's go.
That's going to be another multi-kill round from the captain of Gen G as they take the lead 10-9.
The Munchkin,
아우
just
잘하네.
complete
맛있게
confidence
잘하네.
to swing into the site here.
He's top fragging the lobby.
Yeah, no. He's
맛있네
just reading these
맛있어.
situations so well. Knows he's got to bail out Foxy. Oh, the transfer on that second one onto Boaster. A little bit of patience there to readjust on the
역시.
Chronicle. And that is huge for Gen G. You're going to keep the operator. You're going to have a couple ults, but more importantly, it's going to be an eco for Fnatic.
Eco attempt to try to come through. That ult cycle about to hit critical mass though for Fnatic. With that next buy round on the horizon. Should be very well poised to try to still hang in here. You're going to have that kill contract, the dimensional drift at the ready.
Turret's in a bit of a different spot there for Foxy. Thought about trying to play aggressive off of it, but Owl Drone to back him off a bit. And they're just trying to confuse him a bit.
Oh. No, a little pre-fire does get some damage through. Kill still a ways away.
Fnatic
Throw some smokes at the ready. I mean, you have this full cluster up from Fnatic. It's just a matter of when do they pull the trigger on the attack.
Yeah, just trying to test the patience of Gen G here a bit.
Fight to the one side. Try to slow the approach. Undercut gets used. Munchkin watching. Karan clearly wary about this position. He's across. Gets the readjust to find the headshot on the Kayak. Looking to try to push their way forward here on the side. Munchkin once again is looking to cut them down. Hits himself another 3K.
Oh my god. Munchkin is
Shrug
just
off the attempts of the thrifty.
Munchkin 씨 너무
Now
잘하시는데요.
one away from map point.
Man, Munchkin, he is on a mission here on this second half. Just unbelievable what he's accomplishing on this Viper. And his timings with his smokes are so good. The snake bites to just get that little bit of extra delay when he understands that Fnatic has to make a move. And that allows some extra players to shift into positions to make sure that the garage window angle is covered. You saw Karan deal with Kayak up there. Then him and Foxy9 again on that C site. It's a lot of him, let's be honest. It's a lot of Munchkin who's doing it.
Oh, absolutely. And not only does he have 21 kills, he also does have 10.
So let's try something a little different, and Munchkin's just having none of it. And going back to the last time these two teams faced at Shanghai, it was actually Munchkin who had the best KD ratio against Fnatic, so he really understands how to play against Boaster in this team.
Well, 4 ultimates still at the disposal here for Fnatic. We go into another buy round for them. Still, though, not the most comfortable of positions. As you can see, plenty of half armors needing to be purchased. Game plan look like here off the back of this is uh-oh. We've been so good about this, guys. For myself and Paper Thin, who normally are a little bit cursed, but should be a quick fix so we can get ready to get back. This gives us some time to interact with you guys though here in Toronto.
Honestly.
Having fun so far?
Easy dub.
Hell
We're
yeah.
clear.
Let's go.
I'm a little curious if I can get some votes by cheer. How many are going for Fnatic in this series? Woo. All right. And how many are going for Gen G?
Oh, pretty close.
You know?
Pretty close.
We're a little bit older. Our ears are waning, but I'm pretty sure that I heard the crowd's going a little bit more for Gen G there.
I'll trust you. My ears are going bad. So.
Yeah, we'll get you to Costco, get you one of those hearing aids.
Yeah, please, yeah. This is really going to be an important round coming out of this tech pause, by the way. I mean, just to get you guys mentally prepared, there's a ton of ults for Fnatic. Like you mentioned, ults coming into cycle. They have everything but the neural theft. So it has to come through here. I mean, because right now, you can't afford to give up any more rounds over to Gen G. Fnatic's economy as well, going to be struggling a bit if they don't win this round. So
correct.
Yeah, you're kind of, as Boaster would say, squeaky bum time for Fnatic.
And even if they can get it, it needs to be pretty clean and not an overcommitment on these ultimates, needing to space those out. Try to get the maximum amount of value and spread them across the remaining rounds on this map. We do have some very critical ones to come through. So, Kayak just trying to remain relaxed, poised, settled as we get ready to go back into the game here. Keep the nerves calm, stay focused.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's any team that can do it. It's Fnatic for sure. They are very battle tested, very seasoned across the board.
All right, well, it seems like we might need a little bit more time. We, of course, got to hear from Munchkin, though, on Gen G's road to playoffs in this Omen player moment. Check it out.
사실 모든 페이퍼엑스를 상대본 팀 아이질들은 알겠지만 정말 일단 상대를 하게 되면 너무 스트레스 받거든요. 사실 페이퍼엑스라는 팀이 분석을 해서 되는 팀은 아니라서 순간순간 판단을 되게 중요시하게 여기는 팀이거든요. 너무 공격적이기도 하고 그 생각하지도 못한 플레이들이 너무 많이 나오기 때문에 저희 팀원들 같은 경우는 이제 카론이랑 텍스처가 워낙 상대를 많이 해봐가지고 제가 그 친구들을 해주지 않아도 좀 잘 상대를 해줘서 네, 팀원들이 있기 때문에 저는 그래도 괜찮은 편이 아닌가 싶습니다. 솔직히 1세트 때는 제가 좀 많이 절어가지고 경기력이 많이 따라잡혔다고 생각했지만 두 번째부터는 괜찮게 된 것 같아요.
Put down the jet, is able to find Jing. Spike still not planted. 15 seconds remaining as Munchkin looking to get an ace for himself.
10 seconds left.
어떻게 되려나.
We're in behind the box here from Devi. Has to stick it, has to commit to it. And
Oh.
Munchkin.
I love Munchkin.
일단
Munchkin 왜 이렇게
옥사인
잘했어?
같은 경우는 초반에 저희 팀의 융화되기가 되게 힘들었는데 재성이가 저희가 이야기도 많이 하고 이제 확실히 게임도 많이 진행되다 보니까 좀 적응을 되는 게 느껴져가지고 재성이는 계속해서 성장하고 있다고 느꼈고 지금도 너무 잘해주고 있어서 좋은데 사실 현철이 애쉬 같은 경우는 퍼시픽에서 하면서 좀 많이 힘들긴 했어요. 지금 국제전 와서 느끼고 있는 거는 정말 이제 좀 어떻게 하면 팀이랑 같이 융화되는지 그리고 내 모습을 어떻게 보여줘야 되는지 현철이가 잘 느끼고 있는 것 같아가지고 너무 잘하고 있는 것 같아요.
And Munchkin talking about it right there, his own performance, feeling like he had a bit of a soft start. And I think the same could be said for how things began here on this Haven, but it has been incredible to see him roar back and really streak his way to the top of the scoreboard in the latter half of this map.
The
Yeah, I mean,
scoreboard.
7 out of the 8 rounds on this half have gone Gen G's way, and Munchkin's the biggest piece of that puzzle in just about every possible way you could conceive. You know, it's the IGLing, it's the shooting, it's the util. He is the complete package for sure for Gen G. And talking about getting these new players integrated this year for Gen G and how they had some struggles early. I mean, they did have to bench Foxy9 for just a short period of time. He comes back in. Since then, Foxy9, one of the best players we had in Pacific in Stage 1. And of course, the known quantities across the board, and Ash looking fearsome during that Swiss stage. He was absolutely disgusting. So a lot here to prove for Gen G. And then they want to keep just, trying to get their way to another trophy, of course, but still trying to get our little tech issue solved here. So thanks for bearing with us.
I mean, look, this is what happens. We're kind of towards the halfway point. We're about to have a swap on some of the casters. Pansy's on the way. She's on her way to Toronto, and then suddenly tech pauses just kind of start, popping up.
Makes you a little suspicious, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It's not a coincidence at this point. But I mean, for you guys, you excited to see Pansy and Hyde Park here in Toronto? That should be sick. Back on the international stage again.
Hell yeah.
How about Brennan Sideshow? Mr. Butterball himself.
Oh God.
If you know, I'm sorry that you know.
I wish I had never seen that. I wish I could bleach my eyeballs, but I can't.
Well, it's one of those things, but looks like we still need a little bit of time, so thank you guys for bearing with us. Be patient. We will be back, and we will get into the rest of this map, so do not go anywhere.
Who's gonna win? Of course. Ooh. Do ba do ba do be do. Dude, guys. I need to see Genji go up. Is Tech Pause finally done? He's starting.
Of Silly Goose or Serious Moose. I'm joined here with Crashies and also Boaster of Team Fnatic. I'm just laughing because these guys are already silly gooses before we even started this segment. But to TLDR, I have a list of 9 Canadian cities, and it's a true or false. So if you think it's a false city, that it doesn't exist, you pull up the Silly Goose, and if you think it's a real city, you pull up the Serious Moose.
All right.
Good?
Yeah.
Aye, Captain.
All right, Captain, let's start with the first one. Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Oh, it's one of these games,
No, but
is
it's
it?
probably serious. It's probably serious. He's gonna start the game off with something that sounds goosey, but I'm gonna go serious moose.
Serious moves, I trust my brother.
That is the answer correct.
See,
It is
I
serious.
know.
He's in your head. He's in your head.
Okay, second one then. It's Guelph.
That could be real too.
It's very similar to Banff, whatever Banff was.
What is it again?
What is Banff? Guelph.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't remember what Banff was actually.
it's the national park or something.
National Park.
It's in central Canada, but that's, who cares? I'm talking about Guelph here.
Okay.
Guelph.
You choose this one. I chose the last one.
No,
Yeah.
we have to do it together.
1, 2,
Three.
3.
Oh no.
Who's right now? No, it's Serious Moose. Guelph is actually in Ontario.
Wow.
It's not too far away from here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you're 2 out of 2. We'll
It's
go
not
with
a
his
two.
score.
Do you know what they do there?
No.
They do a different variation of golf called Guelph.
Really?
No.
Yeah,
So
I
we'll
was
go.
gonna say. This guy. Comedian.
He's got jokes.
He's got a comedian.
Yeah, that's me. Bedlington.
Bedlington. I'm putting you to Bedlington.
That's what it is. What is it?
Bedlington.
Bedlington.
Serious Goose.
Sounds real too.
Serious Moose or Silly Goose? Sorry.
Silly
I'm going
Goose.
this one. The odds are saying it's Silly Goose.
It is a Silly Goose.
Yes.
So it doesn't
Nice.
exist.
3 for 3.
Yeah, Bedlington. It just doesn't sound like what someone would like. They get to the happy Valley Goose Bay.
Funny thing though, in Ontario, there's actually a finishes with a ton.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that too.
That's what I thought.
How about this
Alexander
one, though?
Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton.
There you
What
go.
about Timbitson?
What is it?
Timbitson.
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 Tim
Timbitson. I see
Bitson.
it.
You see it?
Timbitson.
Let me say it like a French accent. Timbitson.
Ça s'appelle Timbitson.
Timbitson.
Oh.
You want some French? I got you.
I don't know. It's probably real.
What do you have to do with that voice?
Because
That's
that's
true.
like when I talk
That's
to
his
French
French,
people,
that's his
they do
French.
that.
I just spoke French to you. I didn't do that accent.
That's true as well. I'm gonna go serious moose.
I'm going Silly Goose.
It's actually Silly Goose.
I knew it.
But
We're even.
Crashies, you tweeted out on your Instagram stories about Timbits and Tim Hortons. Have you tried that
Oh,
yet?
I have not tried Tim Hortons.
Oh, you only took a picture?
Now,
You
how
only took a
long is this
picture.
tech pause?
That's why I
Holy
thought it was
cow,
real.
it's
Maybe it
taking
has something to
forever.
do with
Take your
it.
sweet
That's where we
time
first
with this
originated.
epic,
I've heard that
please.
name before.
Have you heard
Please.
about Uranium City?
Uranium City.
Yeah.
Okay, how many reels?
One short day in Uranium City.
That's a
Is
song?
that a kid show?
No, it's Emerald City from Wicked, but I just.
How many series? There's been what?
There's been
Three and
3
two.
serious
Did you
and
guys
2
keep-
silly goose.
Trying to game this true or false
We are.
kind
There's
of thing, huh?
9. Uranium City. Welcome to Uranium City. Uranium City.
We'll do the same thing.
I'm
And then-
going serious goose.
Serious Goose?
No.
Or Serious Moose?
Serious
Alright,
moose.
I mean,
Throw
you
it
gotta pull
up.
up the sign. Yeah, throw it up. It is true.
Yes.
Nice.
And if I'm not mistaken, since 2021 now, there's probably only like 51 people living there. It used to be like a mining city, so it was like super popular, but now a lot less.
Makes
Ah,
sense.
Next one is Perry Sound.
Let me see.
Perry
Let me see what it
Sound.
looks like.
Perry Sound.
Nah. If it was Perri,
Yeah,
I'd
I
agree.
Silly goose.
Silly goose.
It's actually Serious Moose.
Ah,
Yeah.
we've been.
We've been bamboozled.
If I remember
Harry.
correctly as well for that one, it's like the biggest natural docking area for like people to come through and like dock their ships and stuff,
Ah,
right?
okay.
So,
Oh.
and it's also like the biggest city for like karate stuff. So because you parry, and there's like, that's fake though. Well,
Guys just throwing curveballs, and we just watched Blue Jays.
He makes me believe him.
Yo, I
Look at the
really hate
last
them
one.
start.
Let me
It's
see.
getting
Let
boring.
me see what that looked like. Chili wag. That's probably real as well, bro.
Right.
Only, wait, 2 L's. Chili whack.
2 L's and an I now instead of
It's not a
Parry.
food city.
Parry was with a Y, and now this one's with an I. Chili whack.
What was the last one?
Just
Parry
Chili
goose or
And it was
something.
real?
Parryville.
Parry sound. It was serious.
Parry
the last
sound.
one, yeah. We'll do the same thing.
Chili
Count of 3. 1,
I'm
2,
going silly.
3. Throw him up. It's actually Serious Moose.
Yeah, of course.
It's in the West Coast. It's known for like going outdoorsy, beaches, kind of stuff, cottage life.
But not known for chili.
Not known for
that chili be whack.
Canada's known for being chilly in the wintertime, though. But that was all the time we have, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
and
you.
Hopefully, you're going to be able to make Masters Toronto your city for Fnatic.
Ooh.
Damn right.
I like that.
I'm happy our main game isn't this one.
Good to see that those guys are having a good time, and that's just Van Silly. He's not putting up a front. He's not putting it up for the cameras. That's just who he is. Dad jokes abound, and I feel horrendous being around both you and he at this event.
It is pretty
because,
brutal, and now GB's here too.
Yeah, it's just grinding my
It's a
gears
triple threat.
steadily across the last few days. As you guys see, we are still parsing through the issues. Fans talking about it there, seeing if Fnatic can make Toronto their city at the end of this event, if they are going to be able to go ahead and pick up that trophy. There are a couple rounds separated here from Gen G, but for now, let's pass it back over to the analyst desk and get their thoughts on the action so far.
Thank you very much, Achilles and Paperthin. I've got Mimi and Kakuka with me once again. Genji are currently in the lead, and Mimi, 5 of those rounds came from pistols and bonus.
Yeah, honestly, Genji had a pretty rough first half, but they've had great ideas on how to win both of these pistol rounds. I want to start by looking back at the first one here, because I think they have a lot of really interesting ideas with this Neon, and Texture as a player is so good at taking those opportunistic timings of fighting deeper than a lot of other people did, and that's kind of what won them the first pistol, that second round, and having that, plus the pistol and the bonus in the second half, is what kept them in the game to get this comeback going there.
Yeah, absolutely, because that first half we saw Fnatic that was having a lot of ideas. We saw Kaya with a lot of aggression. I love to see that we're getting that from him, but as we're seeing right here, Mimi, I know that you wanted to talk about this pistol.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, right? Because they go into what looks like just a B hit, and then they're fighting through their own wall. Texture packs all the way up into heaven, kills the A anchor, and then is running deep into CT spawn. Fnatic thinks it's an A hit, but he's there to backstab and get 2. It was such a nice round, but Gen G up after this second half comeback.
Yeah, a brilliant chance for Genji to close everything out as well. I believe the audio issue has been resolved, so it's time to get back into this game. Over to you, Seth and Clint.
Finally. Finally, are we getting back in, please?
Alrighty, that is right. We're told that everything is good to go. Toronto, can I get a hell yeah as we get back into the action? 11-9 the score as we get ready to see if Gen G get themselves up to map point. 4 ultimates to utilize here for Fnatic as they go into this bye.
Such an important round. The economy as well on a precipice for Fnatic. They've got to get this one to go. Alpha, all the odds.
Spots it out, still considering pushing forward, but is alone on that side of the map. In the meantime, Kayaks heads up with the dimensional drift, getting the spot here onto Ash. He's gonna have to go for the exit. Front side of the box, has managed to get out to safety. This Hunter's Fury gonna be set up here from the side of Crash. Kayak will strike for 1, strike for 2. Foxy 9 Ash, both gonna be taken down.
No.
Some damage
Extra,
lost
come on.
as Texture gets himself situated here in heaven. Trying to see when he gets spot out as the cam gets cleared. But for now, 5v3. Texture getting tagged here by the drone. Has to back away. Munchkin ends up getting dropped, and it's just Texture and Charon. Try to see if they can somehow turn this on its head.
Look at Chronicle's angle, right below Texture.
Ready,
Beautiful.
and waiting. Charon now, no other choice. Try to back away. I mean, some damage dealt here would make it costly, as the economy from Fnatic hasn't been the strongest. We're talking about how important this round is. Ult's committed, not too many. They still have 2 to go. They're able to go ahead and stabilize the economy in economically flawless fashion. What I mean to say is there we go. 1 round now separating the 2 teams.
Yeah, that's huge. The fact that you're able to keep that ISO ult for this follow-up round is going to be really impactful. I'm even seeing Gen G consider not going with the opposite what Texture wants to stick with, but just a great dimensional drift. Ash on an island could never really stabilize the aim. So a little bit cold coming out of that tech timeout.
That's going to be a good round to witness as a Fnatic fan. Texture. Hang on. An aggro line. Full flash connecting. Damage as well. Going to be dealt. Just managed to escape with his life. He's going for an overdrive in the latter parts of this round. A bit more risky.
Yeah, you can see they're punishing his tendency to try to hold long A there. Some good util combos. So again, Fnatic finding some new answers for how to deal with this operator. Ash only going to see one player there. The Omen, though, leads you to believe that still could be A. Texture's trying to push forward.
Good amount of information that he's going to be gaining, though.
Does have the...
All quiet on this side of the map. Tripwire set up there at window. See what he can get done, just dancing around it for now. Gate crash going to be destroyed.
Genji's got the read.
Hold him at bay, Chronicle. Peek into this, and Texture finds the shot.
It's you.
The back line now going to be opened up. Kayak going to be spotted. Some counter spray coming through. He falls low. Out the air in the meantime. Kill contract. He's the grab the count. He's able to win the fight. Munchkin. Foxy9. Both going to be taken down. Ash now striking from the cubby. Overdrive pop. The pass lane about to fall. Dancing around him. A Boaster finds the shots. And Ash has everything to do. Boaster has the ult. TP's across the map. Doesn't go for the cancel. Doesn't try to play any mind games. This Mike gets planted. He's just gonna blind fish for this one. He's hoping to try to find a tag. The Boaster eludes capture. The drop down, the noise made. Boaster tucked into the corner. He has a recon online. Does he think about it? No, but it doesn't matter. Ash.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
We'll get Genji.
Let's go.
Map point here on Haven.
That has to be infuriating for Boaster. I think he read that scenario very well, but Ash just read it better.
Pulling off the Red Bull clutch yet again. Saw it from him in Swiss. It seems like he's still not skipping a beat.
Oh my goodness. What a round there.
What's
Fnatic,
around there?
Might be able to take this with that early kill by Texture. Keeps one extra player from the back lines of Fnatic being able to push forward onto A, and Ash is able to hold tight. A lot of damage had already been done. Kayak and Boaster as well.
That's
Boaster
good.
had a TP out of there. Just waving to him.
Wave to him. Operator still going to be in play. Turn on the flash, the peek, attempts the flick. Texture does not get taken down, but Ash does, but not before finding Kayak. So in the end, a 1-for-1 with Texture down to 14 health. Overall, Fnatic do come out on top of that, given that they still do have Alpier. Try to give them a bit of entry power.
Yeah, they've still got some great ideas on how to layer that util. Texture down in sewer.
Getting out wider and wider on this angle. There's the peek, and there's the shot. Shield not at the ready. Likely not going to be anticipating the Texture. Would be so bold to try to go for that pick. Chronicle does manage to find him as the Neural Theft gets the ping reveal. Telling a story here of this deep flank around the back. As we go into a 3v3, Fnatic looking for 2 rounds consecutive to keep themselves afloat here in the map.
Not a ton of util to work with here. Just a couple smokes from Karan. Nano for Foxy9.
Munchkin finds one. It would give them a pit online as well. CP across the way from Karan. Boaster. Cover going out. Up in heaven. The other two playing back at the A connector. The paranoia at the ready time starting to tick. Knows that they have them cleared off of this spike here for the moment. Looking for the hold, the dart going through. Karan going to be taken down, and there you go. Just a firing squad. It's crashing. The final 2. This map not over yet. This Fnatic 1 away from taking us to overtime.
Extra.
They just do such a good job understanding that situation. That Neural Theft, so valuable from Chronicle. Oh, what a shot on the Texture through the box, too. Using that drone.
Oh, crashes.
A little bit of extra info. And then they're able to set themselves up on the defender side of the map to defend that post plant. And there's just nothing Genji can do. Trying to get a little tricky with some quick rotations around into the attacker side, but
this though, big punch attempt playing Boaster. He gets left out to dry. Paranoia now allows the Texture to slowly drift back away. They get in, they get a kill, they get out.
And now Genji wants to get proactive for that A main control. They're very successful.
Damage on the Kayak as well as Munchkin is looking to try to just tear them apart. Nano, however, does end up getting cleared. Snakebite, a little further delay. Trying to flush out that alarm bot. Does get found.
Chronicle just trying to clear any other util that might be there. Foxy 9 still tucked into that corner. Drone doesn't see texture.
Just jiggling on the angle. There's Kayak. Sends out a couple warning shots. Crashy's ready to go here for the lineup. Chronicle slowly backpedaling in mid.
Still enough time for another rotation, so Gen G has to keep their feet planted.
Flashes over the top. Texture on the reposition.
30 seconds left.
Jax sees that it's a fake. Finds a headshot there on the Kayak. Pushes out. Shield gonna be reset though for Alpha. Karan holds here on the wide angle. Spots it. Breaks it. Kills him off.
Spike down A.
This is just Crashies and Chronicle now.
Oh
With not
my
much time to
god.
work with. 12 seconds remaining here on the clock.
10 seconds left.
Knows where one's at. Should have heard. Chronicle arriving here on the side. They need to push forward. They just cannot make it happen.
Yes.
32-11.
Let's go.
Gen G draw first blood.
Let's go.
They take the win on their map pick of Haven.
A defensive masterclass from both teams here on Haven, but Gen G's just a little bit stronger. What a great start to this match.
Great start.
아이고 감사합니다. 잘 쏴요. Let's go. 아이고 텍스처 씨 잘하시네요.
What are we singing today, boys?
I believe.
I know who wants me.
I know I want you.
Yeah, I know who wants ya. Hey, go get like this. Dun, 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 dun,
Split.
dun, dun, dun,
Splitty lit.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cuatro.
dun,
Dun 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 dun.
I know you want me. Hold on. When am I winding up the stupefies? Yeah, now I'll whip him up now. Stupefy! Texture. Wait, they're not even there.
Yeah. Very sick. Yeah. Oh, why can't I have like Yeah. Say it in your feelings. Show you do to me. You know I've got a soft spot for you. You know I've got a soft spot for you. Can't you see? You know I've got a soft spot for you. No, I got a soft spot for you. Mhm. 38. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see them play on Split. Genji is gonna win this, right? Fnatic has to go down. 3 from Munchkin pushes Genji Esports lead. Hell yeah. Jeez. Genji all the way. Makes me feel like you do. Oh, wow. Sure. You know I got a soft spot for you. You know I got a soft spot for you.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Coach Solo, thank you so much for your time here as well. Wow, what a game that was. Absolutely just from start to finish, absolutely amazing. Really, I want to focus here on, you guys came into this one, we were seeing some weaknesses early on, but there seemed to have been a pivotal timeout, and that seemed to have put Genji on that forward momentum. What did you say to the team during that timeout?
감독님 오늘 경기 좀 둘러보면은 아슬아슬했던 부분이 있었는데 타임아웃 이후에 점점 경기력이 정돈되면서 훨씬 더 흐름을 잘 타는 모습이었거든요. 타임아웃 때 좀 어떤 부분을 얘기하셨을까요?
상대가 어떻게 하는지 대충 많이 보였고 그 부분에 있어서 얘기를 좀 많이 했고 그리고 저희가 좀 집중하지 못한 선수들이 보여서 그 부분도 얘기를 해서 좀 잘 돼서 첫 세트를 따냈다고 생각합니다.
Well, we actually had a pretty good read on them, so we talked about their tendencies and what they're going to do next. And also, I could see that some players, their concentration level wasn't that nice. So it was just more around getting the players to focus entirely on the game.
All right, well, Coach Solo, thank you so much for your time, brother. Looking forward to the rest of the series. Back to you.
Genji are proving why nobody wanted to pick them coming out of Swiss. They continue their win streak. I am back here with Mimi and Kakuka. It was a close one, but towards the end, you know, Genji just had all of the advantages.
I think that Coach Solo is very right in saying that they had a right read on them. We saw Fnatic being very slow, but they found a perfect combination of how to use the Viper, how to work around the tempos that the Viper gives you, and also balancing it out with the Neon, when to put the aggression, when to go for those duels, and especially in that defense. I mean, Genji just gave a masterclass.
Yeah, the Viper on that defensive side made Fnatic slow their pace way, way down. And I think Genji did a really good job of getting ahead on reading their defensive rotations, having some really nice flood retakes, especially with that Neon on the mix to just run away with the defense.
And it's time for our Verizon high-speed moment with a very weird round, Mimi.
It was very high speed, though. I mean, this one was crazy. Texture just runs into short, gets these two entries, and it looks like it's Genji's round, and Crashies finds this incredible timing to bounce back and find his impact on the round. Fortunately for Fnatic, it was Genji to take this one through. And this just goes to show that Genji, they're a team that plays a lot of control comps, a lot of double smokes, and slow it down a lot. This Neon just does so much to inject that pace and let them completely change the tempo back.
It's so chaotic, right? Like, you're in the middle of that round and you do not know if you're Crashies, you do not know if you're winning, if you're losing, if Texture's in your back, if he has already planted the spike and killed the rest of your team. You cannot know. But what we can't know is that Genji has proven, one, that they have done their homework, that they're definitely warmed up after that wonderful Swiss stage, and that they're here to play. Now, coming on to Split, I only can get excited for what they will play.
Yeah, both sides had such nice defense, Haz,
Yes.
right? It was so beautiful to watch, no matter what you wanted to, no matter which team you were supporting. And for Kayak, it was his debut on the stage. We had questions about him, but Mimi, I didn't even feel like an ounce of nerves coming out of him.
And no, he picked up right where he left off in EMEA. I can only think of one, maybe two rounds where I felt like he was making maybe a nervous mistake. For the most part, he was super well put together, especially those mid-push rounds where they had him walking down. He was so effective there, and his mechanics just look sublime.
Yeah, definitely. They understood the winning condition for the defense. Kayak having those pushes on mid, as you're saying, getting at least 2 in most of them, moving around the map, feeling a lot of freedom with that Euro. Even in those tense moments, we could feel that he was in his element. Again, it's all about Munchkin, who had a brilliant performance on the defense. In like 4 rounds, he was good for 3. It was like just the shooting range for him.
And for Crashies, he also had a really great map for Fnatic. The last time he played in front of a NA crowd was the Billy incident at Champions back on NRG. And now he's back here. He's playing super well as an individual on a new team. So you love to see that for Crashies.
Can't believe it wasn't me that mentioned that. But let's hear what Coach Milan, also welcome him to the global stage, had to say ahead of Map 2.
Hey everyone, GB here with Coach Milan. You guys just came off of a rough loss there, but it did feel like it could have gone either way, right? Well, firstly, how's the team feeling as they get ready for this second map? But also, how are you feeling?
Team's feeling fine. It's obviously not the greatest, way to start your international run, but I think we're fine overall. I think we lost both pistols, a bonus round as well, so 11-13 on their map is not bad. So I think during the break we focused on picking guys up, giving them some stuff for the next map, and I feel confident going on.
What does Fnatic need to do in map 2 to get you guys to that third one?
Nothing special. Nothing special.
All right, I like to hear it. Hey, the fundamentals, that's all that matters, baby. Hey, best of luck in your matchup. We'll, of course, catch you guys a little bit later. Back to you.
I hope it's something special, because if they lose this map, it means that not a single Seed 1 team would have gotten even a map win so far at playoffs.
Yeah, not a very good couple of days to begin the playoffs for the first seeds. But I think that what he means by nothing special is that we have seen
Who's playing who?
Deadlock.
Okay, Deadlock on Foxy, Munchkin, okay. Karen, yes, Texture, Ash.
I'm a sucker for it. I'm really looking forward to what Fox is going to
I
do.
love it.
The question is, Ash,
They're locking the
it
Teo.
is the first Teo that we
Teo.
have seen since the nerfs, Mimi.
So Victor, on what's up with those nerfs. The drone is still pretty much the same, but the biggest nerf is going to be not having refresh on your missiles and being able to run them as 2 individual missiles. So you still can do some set plays, but you can't, for example, use missiles at the beginning of the round and then again in the post plant.
Yeah, and how poetic. We're going to see our first Tejo. It's going to be given us by Genji, and it will be during Achilleos and Paperthin's final cast here at Masters Toronto. I know they're going to have fun with this one. I know you guys are going to have fun with this one, and I cannot wait to toss this over to them and get us back into game.
Sure. Yeah, let's have fun with it. Had fun with the first map. Tech pauses sign. How about you guys here, the audience? You have fun? Very good. Well, something I think that literally nobody expected. Tejo will be played by Genji on Split.
This is a bit of a head scratcher in a way. I mean, you weren't expecting the Tejo to come through in this tournament, but on this map I can still see it working. I can still see the value. The ult still pretty good. So there's opportunities here for Genji, but it clearly isn't the same agent that it used to be. And I'm wondering how you're going to set Texture up for a lot of these hits on this attacker side.
Let's see if there's going to be a method to the madness here. It's going to be a quick hit into this B site. Texture finding first blood. Chronicle flushed over the side. Paranoia went flying, and Texture is there to collect. Spike now going to be planted. Poison Orb situated onto the rafters, I do believe.
Oh.
Texture playing here at the drop. Fnatic getting the fan out and reposition.
You have so much util from the Deadlock. You know exactly where Fnatic's going to be coming from.
Gonna have to be that slow creep through the alley. Or Kayak is a couple spot checks. Texture able to avoid the damage. Sees the entry power of Alfia, who lands right on top of Ash. Just meant to find that kill. The team, however, getting cleaned up in the meantime as it's just Kayak. Getting the reload, needing to hit some nasty shots. The wide swing from Karan will put him down. Genji 3 for 3 on pistols so far.
I think Genji's perfect in pistols throughout this event.
They are.
They are. I'm just making sure.
They're 11-0 on pistols.
That is unreal. Absolutely unreal. And it's just one Paranoia. And, you know, a lot of people, you think about Deadlock on that defender side, you know, with how impressive the wall can be and the sonic sensors. But you have so much value on the attacker side, especially in the post plant. And this is just Genji able to really just gum up the works, because you know when the barrier mesh is going to get cleared, you can turn your attention that way. And that is just brilliant stuff from Gen.G. And Alpha with the Sheriff.
Boom.
There's the mid. Tiny tap there on a Munchkin. It's all just to try to keep this position protected. Eventually does get red though. Munchkin able to come away with the kill. Paint Shell gonna send decent flying, but he's able to avoid it. Just gets in, gets out. There's the A site now wide open for the taking.
Oh wow,
Gen.G will have the
okay.
plan.
Yeah, that's theft.
That's how they
by
take
Munchkin.
that?
It's a pretty good setup. It's just read well. And now you can use all that util from the deadlock to make sure they're not in screens.
Oh,
Alpha is going to
no.
catch Munchkin though. Trying to re-clear the space in sewers.
A little bit of an audio beat. Faking back. Picture. Watching here. Ash holding on a little bit of a deeper position. Is able to find both Alpha and Kayak. This poster will fall.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, now it looks like
Bye-bye.
Crashy's just going to try to go and die to the spike here. Gen.G fanning out a bit.
Go
See if they
push
can
him.
catch him, but seems like he's already slipped the net well enough. And this is a fantastic anti-eco for Gen.G. Keeping 4 guns over. I mean, again, Munchkin there.
Should we take
finding
those?
that early pick. The quick pivot over to A. You only lose the Ghost throughout the entirety of the round. So this could be a pretty fearsome bonus that they're going to bring to bear. Fnatic going to once again be starting on the back foot. Trying to claw their way back to the map, but we saw it on Haven. Defender side, they were absolutely ferocious. Good stuff there from Ash. Texture just continuously watching that ramp, putting the Guardian to good use. And the full buy up there. A couple half armors for Fnatic, but a little bit of a smorgasbord here for Gen.G. Able to scoop a few rifles into it.
Snuff them out. Good amount of firepower here. Risky business for Fnatic if they're not able to deny away a bonus conversion. Kayak not going to be caught by the net. Staying tough here on the close angle. Texture finding one. Poster going to be taken down. TP's going to be coming through, but that gate crash out is now Kayak. Teleports across towards that
Take
side of the map.
that.
Took B wide open.
That's so nice by Karan. Completely nullifies Kayak's position. And now you got to clear out this barrier mesh to get onto site.
You're gonna know exactly how many people trying to play from this angle. Sees hitting the catch.
Oh no, Ash, why'd you do
Find the
that?
shots across onto Ash. Gets himself the headshot there. Brings it back into a 4v4. He crashed forward. Back of pillar, the drop coming through. Foxy 9. Get out of stabilize fast enough. Nor can Texture. Karan gonna be full flash here at backside. Swings in. Is able to find one. As Chronic can take it down. Gets himself a second. Looks for a little bit more. Gets him lined up. And puts it down into the 1v1. Crashy's trying to follow the trail.
Okay.
And he is able to find the kill in the end. Conversion going to be denied, but Fnatic lose 4 players in the effort.
Oh my.
Well played, well played, well played.
Gen.G.
Well played. We got this.
So fearsome in these post plants. Alpha with a great drop down. A great understanding of Gen.G's positioning already off that pistol that somebody's going to be tucked underneath the rope. Clear that out
That
really
was so
nicely. Ashley
close.
trying to hide down there with the Tejo. That was dealt with. That's huge. It's a very important round. That's got Alpha fired up. They're going to need a little bit extra energy, and you can see how, kind of the duality of emotions there for the Fnatic coaching staff. Happy to get the round, but not the way it went down.
Yeah, rougher position that they would like to be in, but still the round win all the same. Out here, now one away from having a showstopper online. As Gen.G are just trying to absolutely storm their way forward here into this site. Just taken low. Backs away, Decay. A lion's share of that. Barrier mesh to just get cleared out.
Got one flash left to Prowler, and then Alpha's blast packs and a paint shell to try to make this flood retake happen.
Fight at the ready here from Chronicle. Almost gets caught on timing. He's able to go ahead and avoid capture. As Alfier wrapping around over towards Alpha, but Ash clutches him out. Texture finds Chronicle, and in the blink of an eye, Gen.G strike. Counteracting the flood retake.
Let's go.
Securing themselves a 3-1 lead.
I mean, it's just so quick. Gen.G so happy to take the open space and just get these plants down and get into these post plants. And Ash doing a great job there. Right on site, right on time, right on the money. You do have a showstopper here for Alpha. He's going to be the only one with a weapon with a Guardian. Big question, do you invest it? Ash got his ult off of that 3K.
Any kind of opening pick would make it a bit easier to pull the trigger on that showstopper.
God, that deep start. That
Triple
has to
push
have
down.
alarm bells ringing.
But here's the high and low. Forsaken learned his lesson, looking into something similar to this. We'll see if Fnatic ends up falling for a similar trap.
I mean, you can see that, Gen G knows that they've been taking some open map space, and that Fnatic, part of the game plan going forward might be to try to get a little bit more aggressive.
Always being made here on the jiggle.
Which can, I think, undetected there.
Undetected, unless you do get Kayak, who slowly creeps in towards the rafters. Pings are coming down, though. Munchkin seemingly well aware of the potential positions here of the opposition.
He's got a read on the defaults.
Salvo's going to be sent. Now no, Crashies going to be situated here on the side as the Haunt gets out. Kayak going to be caught off guard. Munchkin now striking. Trap, working a treat. Swing out there from Crashies. Finds himself a second spike going to be dropped. Tries to go for the weapon, but Texture.
Take that.
Already wrapped around here onto the site. We'll find that elimination spots out the head of Alphayer, who comes away with the kill. Nate's going to be
Where is
set.
this
Reminder
2v2?
that Showstopper still here in the back pocket. But no blast packs to try to escort him forward. Get on top of these players. Smoke cycled. Absolutely deletes them all.
감사합니다.
Not skipping a beat.
감사합니다. Holy cow. Munchkin is so cracked. I gonna love Munchkin. Boaster. Can't believe Crashy got.
Munchkin, what is that? Just disgusting.
감사합니다.
He is absolutely fired up today.
Hi Lou,
Looked like
how are
Fnatic
you?
might have a way back into that round. Crashies with a brilliant
Just having
play
a
around the
blast
smokes.
watching Gen G
Good
wreck.
timing to get into elbow, to get away from some of that early pressure that Gen G was trying to create and completely catch them off guard.
Still going to be no timeout seen here for Fnatic.
How are you today? What you been up
Play to
to?
be called. After this round, if they're not able to find value.
Oh my god.
Salvo's going to be sent.
What's happening?
Damage taken. Both are down to 6. Still managed to fight back. Foxy 9 is going to be eliminated there. Let's get the trade. As the Armageddon crashes across, catching on to no one. Player advantages here. Spike now being planted in a pit. Go ahead and make this even more unassailable for Fnatic.
Oh my goodness.
Karan is
What a
flying
ult. Honestly, that's a sick ult. Really think about it.
Save.
It's a save. It makes sense.
Gen G just
5-1 Gen G, let's go. 5
more to be done. 5-1. The two dead players. Economy in the dumps. It's going to be a rough one for Fnatic. Struggling thus far here on this defending side.
Just a beautiful execute from Gen G. Finding some good value out of those salvos, keeping Boaster pinned in the back sight. And then just letting Texture do his thing. Just rush forward. Catches the player up on rafters. And then Boaster dealt with, and that's round over. You use the Tejo ult in there, sure, just to be careful, just to be really diligent. Got a couple ults, though, for Fnatic coming into this next round. They have enough for a scrappy buy. Can have a Guardian and a Judge, along with the 3 rifles, but with that Cosmic Divide,
Hey.
along with
Hey, that's what's up, man. So naughty. Yeah, man.
could have some opportunities for some
Welcome to
decent
the chat.
retake potential. Maybe find a
Thank you
nice
for the
early
follow.
kill with that Judge. And Boaster's going to be the one wielding
I
it.
gave you a little follow,
Tucked into the
buddy.
cubby, inside of A main. It's a fast push up a mid, though. A little bit of damage done to Texture.
Find it there on the free fire. Relay bolt connecting. Blind is out.
Let's go.
Doesn't even know where he is. Swing out. Crashy's now going to be spotted. Texture trying to go for a little bit of a wider swing, but Crashy's able to hold
Oh,
his own.
Crashier washed. Crashier washed. You're so washed. You're so washed. Oh my god, please don't let Crashier do this.
Just keeping himself alive. He tries to hold down the site.
Wow.
And he's doing it damn near single-handedly. The silent drop. The angle. Watch. Kayak and Crashies go crazy to get Fnatic their second round win.
That is crazy good stuff from Crashies. He was popping off on Haven. He is continuing on Split. Texture there was vulnerable.
Well, we can give them one. We'll give them one more. But
And that just got
2's all they
Crashies
get?
accelerated great use of his own util as well.
Two's all we get.
To
A,
stall
what's
the
up?
Gen
This
G
seems,
players behind the pillar
so much
and knock them
better.
down.
Wait, crap.
Massively
Whoa,
impactful
what
round.
is
A much
happening,
needed one
guys?
for Fnatic.
Stream is
Still
so
have that cosmic divide
bad.
and a judge
Mine
for
is much
Boaster
better.
on the Astra.
Crash
See what
eating.
Gen G wants to do.
Get
Initial
out of here.
push from Gen G looks so
Y'all
good.
both of you
Response
get out of
just
here.
better from Crashies. Ooh, Chronicle
Counter spam on the Chronicle, and he just ends up falling right into it.
I love it.
Eventually cleared. Foxy forced out of garage. That side of the map clearly Crashy's domain. As Munchkin tucked into the corner. Texture here to try to reinforce. Can he get a punish is the question. Kayak able to slowly drift back, and well, it's a judge at range, so not going to mean too much. And the gate crash will get Kayak out to safety back over here on the site.
Tough decision for Gen G now. You know that judge is there. You know the Aura's not going to be too far behind. You know the other players from Fnatic are going to be leaning in this direction. Do you try to go for ropes, or do you try to make the A site hit?
They're still assessing, still trying to make up their minds. Paranoia, stun, over towards elbow. Boaster able to avoid it, spamming. It
Oh
somehow comes out
my
of object.
goodness.
Cannot get the spray to connect.
One more.
Does eventually fall.
What a oh. What a oh. Let's go. Let's go, Foxy. Oh my
Seems like now it's
goodness.
his turn to pull off the heroics for Gen G.
Nah, Crash, you get out. You washed.
What was that?
Crashy's at 10-3 and
Just kidding.
0.
I'm just kidding, Crashies.
Got himself a 4K in the previous round. Just needs 3 this time. Pulls back, avoids the grab net. Reposition from Karon. The Haunt gets a reveal onto 1. It seems like ultimately the call has been sounded for him to go on the retreat as Karon goes on the hunt and is rewarded.
You know what's crazy is that I've actually played against Crashies before.
Gen G not giving Fnatic any back-to-back rounds.
Please show me this annihilation again. This may be one of the best
Damn,
annihilations I
bro.
have ever seen.
You got issues, don't you?
Just a spam down here early. Foxy 9.
There you go.
Brilliant stuff. The second one, that second kill
There
really
you
nice
go.
though as well, but I don't know what was going on with Texture against Boaster's judge, but Foxy 9.
There you go.
So we'll find it there.
You got issues,
The
buddy.
hero there for Gen G.
That's going to be the timeout call now sent here from Fnatic.
Well, this is tough. I mean, a lot of the kind of small change-ups Fnatic have been making have kind of worked at times, and they haven't at others. I mean, Gen G's just so good in these executes. They're so clean, and if they get to the post plant, just forget about it.
And they keep finding Chronicle pretty much at the start of these rounds. They have denied
Damn, bro.
any and all
Get out of
value
here.
from Fnatic.
Don't come in my chat and say that.
You know, the biggest trophy winner that they have on this roster currently finds himself 0-6-2 as the defending Viper.
Hard to believe. I mean, I think as Fnatic, I wouldn't be surprised to see them be a little bit more aggressive at the mains, like we saw in B main there with Crashies previously, to try to deny some of this early map pressure, to deny Gen G information. But these early picks, you're right, are probably the biggest part of the puzzle. You can't afford to be losing that Viper.
NG, we're
So
gonna
much
win this.
important stall that can be employed from that agent. I mean, yes, it is a double duelist comp here on Split. So Fnatic, yes, the last time we saw them against Heretics on Split, it was attacker side where they did the majority of their damage. But you can't let this get out of control.
Oh.
Texture is full sending it up the rope is TP. Karon finds himself right on top of Boaster, right above Kayak. But no clue what was happening. Gets a spot out there on a 1, tries to play this as patiently as possible.
What a read.
Too easy,
It may
too
be a
easy.
virtue,
Oh,
but it's not
Munchkin's gonna
always the
get
right
one right
decision.
here.
Dude, that's
Got
the
one.
second
Check
time.
from Ash is just too monstrous. Karon, a bit of damage going to be taken. It does flush him out into the
no.
opening. Chronicle gets himself on the board at long last. Kill found, a 3v3. Altless are both of the teams. Munchkin.
Munchkin.
Gets a spot.
Aw.
It's quickly traded back. Chronicle trying to find his footing. He gets himself a third. Ash cleans it up. And Chronicle comes alive.
Oh,
The timeout
that was so
call
close.
leads to the round win. Not the cleanest one, not necessarily the one that
That was
Fnatic
so
were looking
close.
for, but the one that they needed. They get themselves a third.
What a back and forth. That's got a smile out from Chronicle.
No.
Just a really, really nice moment from him. Alpha with
Where's
that
everybody?
outduel. That
My
flush
voice
out
too
there
quiet?
with the paint shells.
Oh my goodness, no.
Another kill, really nicely done. Great utilization of Crashy's utility. He has been phenomenal. So many different
Yeah,
aspects of the
man.
game.
Good luck, bro.
Fade
Good
now.
luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Really, really good stuff. Gen G, I mean, good awareness, a little bit of trickery at the beginning of the round with Karan. Looked like maybe they were just going to cruise to their 7th. Crashy's had other plans.
Might just be the floodgates open with those kills. Pit does come online. Immediately gets invested here in mid. Gen G not playing the Rays means that they don't have as many tools to try to flush the Viper out. Crashy's though. Ooh, elbow going to be spotted, but Foxy9 sends out a little shot, so he's able to back away.
Yeah, Gen G now kind of left in a dilemma. Oh, a little bit of spam there with the stinger from Boaster, but you're not exactly sure, you know, what's going on either side of the map. You're trying to work it out, trying to math it out. Now you know that the Fade and the Rays are over here onto B.
It's a combo out. Sees nade sent. Kayak playing on top of the box here at ramp.
I mean, that might give you the confidence to double back in this direction.
Asha
Maybe
stars
create a little
that
bit of noise.
big.
Chronicle shifts positions, but Gen G not revealing anything with their sound. Love the way Ash is just so aware of any trickery, any cheeky plays from Fnatic. He's been really
30
good.
seconds left.
Salvo's at the ready. Texture going to try to open things up here.
Ooh.
And you're talking about the awareness. Just follows in off the back of the Neon. Finds the headshot. Boaster now playing forward here within the smoke. Able to dodge out the paranoia at the time. Started his window,
Oh,
but
no.
he cannot find the elimination.
10 seconds left.
Foxy gets the kill.
Haha.
It's Chronicle. Heroics might be
Take
leaned on
this.
once again.
Easy.
Peek about to come through. Caron, he wins that fight. Alfier able to trade one back.
Let's go.
Into a 2v4 with your economy in a rough position. How much more is there to be done?
God, you're so close
Easy.
to your ultimates too.
Easy.
It's just so difficult. This double stack around the corner.
Seems like just a play to try to go for the exits here. They have both angles covered. And have to go ahead and lock one. As Alfier want to see what he can make happen. It's a spot out onto Ash. Foxy9 tagged up a bit, swings out, wins the
Get
fight.
out of here.
Just slide into the corner here. At the ramp to keep himself protected. Gen G securing themselves a lead here at the half as they hit 7. They're looking for 9.
Goodness. Just unbelievable awareness from Ash. And Karan this time gets up on the Raptors. Good for another
Foxy.
before he gets traded out, but that's basically round over. That's frustrating. You know, Alpha felt like he could have done some more damage. You get that first kill and you can really start to accelerate maybe, but round's already well out of hand. Will have his showstopper though. It's going to be one away from a nightfall for Crashies, but the economy in the dumps for Fnatic. A weird assortment of weapons, a lot of shotguns.
For a catch here again, Munchkin playing back, anticipating this pressure coming his way outside of A main. Helen trying to jack Chronicle, playing off the back of the vulnerability, does manage to cut Texture in half with that judge. Boaster similarly playing forward. As the Bucky. Gen G, seeming like they're just going to go ahead, back away. Not necessarily happy with the 1-for-1, but
Nope.
willing to part ways and explore opposite sides of the map.
It's all just hidden positions.
Oh, shield peeked up for Crashies. Valley off the short, going to prove to be a little bit more difficult. Is that showstopper does not get sent?
We take those.
Karn just sprays him down. Boaster now pushing forward, finds Karan.
My Bucky does not do that.
Bucky connect to great effect.
My Bucky does not do that.
Weapons collected, Phantom Vandal in hand. Munchkin.
30 seconds
We're
left.
gonna have full awareness.
Spike planted.
Plant here playing alongside Foxy9. One of his newer trainees on the team. Finally given a real opportunity.
Careful here.
Supposed to trying to assess They're running out of time. Noise made.
What?
Sunfound, no boy.
Can you see the player screens?
Wait, what? Did the deadlock thing just...
Tell what exactly is going on.
Wait, what the heck?
But I think we're going to have a pause after this to fully assess
Did
what
the...
exactly is going on.
I think Gen.G won.
What I can tell you, assuming that we're still being heard after
go.
the stream in here in the house, is it looks like Gen.G are able to come away with that round win.
What the heck? That deadlock thing actually...
Well, this is a first.
I think we, yeah, got hit with a paranoia here.
Yeah, I don't know. we're also just not going out to the house anymore. So, sounds being made,
Oh.
but I don't know what's happening.
I'm not sure either. We're just, I can hear sound again.
Did he just teabag him?
Yeah.
Tech pause.
Oh my
We're at the point
god.
where we just don't know. We're going to keep yapping just in case this.
Yeah, I have no idea, but
realistically, we don't know. Yeah, I'm going to try to check in online, see maybe if there's some information there. As it seems like everything else is functioning, I think it's just our in-house view.
well, yeah, I mean,
that isn't
we lost everything.
that isn't working. So, okay. So, waiting to get everything rebooted and good to go. Seems like game.
Shit. Wow. What I'm realizing is Kick has so many bots. Like, actually. Pretty body. So many people that come and just spam messages. Maybe in this aspect, Twitch is better. Less bots. Seven-minute tech pause? Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my god, so many bots on Kick. This clickbait stuff does not work on me, bro. Oh. Oh, my eye.
Compliments from the wheel. I'm joined by Texture and Karan, and here we are today to create an authentic, wholesome atmosphere here in the venue by having them spin the wheel and say something nice about the player that the wheel lands on. So are you guys ready? 오늘 뭘 할 거냐면 알아들으신 거예요? 착한 거 말해주시면 돼요. 칭찬. Okay, be nice. Right. Shall we? Texture.
없어 멈추기는.
Okay. Monyet.
몬jet은 이제 착하고 밥을 잘 먹습니다. 일단 밥을 굉장히 잘 먹어요. 맨날 뭐 사달라 그러고 내가 무슨 지갑인 줄 알아.
Okay.
근데 하여튼 아주 착하고 밥을 잘 먹는 친구입니다.
Okay, Monyet, he's a sweet boy and he can eat a lot, has a great appetite, and he always forces Texture to buy him food, but still nice, sweet boy, and he can eat a lot. Okay, thank you for the compliment. Karan?
Yeah.
Oh, Bolster.
I like him.
보스터 일단 되게 뭐라 하지 이거를
유쾌하고
그러고 이제 모두와 이제 잘 지내려고 하고 일단 K-팝 좋아하고
아이돌
춤을 또 이제 잘 추기 때문에 이게 확실히 스타성이 좀 있지 않나
아무래도
네 그렇게 생각합니다.
Well, Booster's really funny and he gets along with pretty much everyone here in the venue and in the Valorant community. He also loves K-pop and the K-pop idols, and he's a great dancer. So yeah, great boy. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and good luck.
Thank you. Welcome to an iteration of Silly Goose or Serious Moose. I'm joined here with Crashies and also Boaster of Team Fnatic. I'm just laughing because these guys are already silly gooses before we even started this segment. But to TLDR, I have a list of 9 Canadian cities and it's a true or false. So if you think it's a false city, that it doesn't exist, you pull up the silly goose. And if you think it's a real city, you pull up the serious moose.
All right.
Good?
Yeah.
Aye, Captain.
All right, Captain, let's start with the first one. Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Oh, it's one of these games,
No, but
is
it's
it?
probably serious. It's probably serious. He's gonna start the game off with something that sounds goosey, but I'm gonna go serious moose.
Serious moves. I trust my brother.
That is the answer correct.
See,
It is
I
serious
know.
moose.
He's in your head. He's in your head.
Okay, second one then. It's Guelph.
That could be real too.
Very similar to Banff, wherever Banff was.
What is it again?
What is Banff? Guelph.
Guelph.
Yeah.
I can't remember what Banff was actually.
It's the national park or something.
National Park.
It's in central Canada, but that's who cares? I'm talking about Guelph here.
Okay.
Guelph.
You choose this one. I chose the last one.
No, we have to do it together.
1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
Who's right now? No, it's serious moose. Guelph is actually in Ontario. It's not too far away from here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you're 2 out of 2. We'll go with his score.
Do you know what they do there?
No.
They do a different variation of golf called Guelph.
Really?
No.
Nah,
So we'll go.
this guy, comedian.
He's got jokes.
He's got a comedian.
Yeah, that's me. Bedlington.
Bedlington. I'm putting you to Bedlington.
That's what it is. What is it?
Bedlington.
Bedlington.
Serious goose.
Sounds real too.
Serious moose or silly goose? Sorry.
Nah, I'm going this one. The odds are saying it's silly goose.
It is a silly goose.
Yes.
So it doesn't
Nice.
exist.
3 for 3.
Yeah, Bedlington. It just doesn't sound like what someone would like. They get to the city and they're like, I'm gonna name this Bedlington. Nah, they'll be like, let's name it. What was the first one again?
Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Yeah, we're like, this is Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Funny thing though, in Ontario, there's actually a lot of little boroughs and cities that finishes with a ton.
Yeah, I thought that too.
That's what I thought.
How about
Alexander
this one, though?
Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton.
There you
What about Timbitson?
What is it?
Timbitson.
Timbitson.
We saw this, no?
Timbitson.
Timbitson.
Timbitson. I see it.
You see it?
Timbitson.
Why are they playing the same thing?
Let me say it in like a French accent. Timbitson.
Ça s'appelle Timbitson.
Timbitson.
Oh.
You want some French? I got you.
I don't know. It's probably real.
What do you have to do with that voice?
Because that's
true.
like when I talk
That's
to
his
French
French,
people,
that's
they
his
do that.
I just spoke French to you. I didn't do that accent.
That's true as well. I'm gonna go serious moose.
I'm going silly goose.
It's actually silly goose.
I knew it.
But
We're even.
Crashies, you tweeted out or on your Instagram stories about Timbits and Tim Hortons. Have you tried that
Oh,
yet?
I have not tried Tim Hortons.
Oh, you only took a picture.
I only took a picture of it, but that's why I thought it was real. Maybe it had something to do with it.
That's where we're first originated,
Yeah.
right?
I've heard that name before.
Have you heard about Uranium City?
Uranium City.
Yeah.
Okay, how many reels?
One short day in Uranium City.
That's the
Is
song?
that a kid show?
No, it's Emerald City from Wicked, but I just.
저들의 빛을 모조리 빼앗아 주지.
But we're back just like that. It's so weird. Wait, what is this? We're literally seeing it from his POV now? What the fuck is happening, bro? No cast is here. We're just looking at it from the point of view of Karen. There's one left. Karen with a nice finish, 9-3. 9-3 it is what it is. Kata, Karen very excited. Foxy 9. Well played. Now we're just seeing it from Karen's POV. Oh wow, he's actually pretty sick. Alrighty, now we get a face cam of all our players. Yo, what the hell is happening?
right now, but it all started in dingy basements and cramped
And
living
they're
rooms.
like, yo.
From how the pros train to how the money flows, this G2 and MasterCard series breaks it all down.
Yo, this stream
12
is
episodes,
horrible.
packed with insight and lessons for anyone looking to understand the world of
What the
competitive
hell
gaming.
is happening?
Ready to learn the game
I'll give
behind
you a
the
little
game?
sub.
Stay tuned for what's next. You won't want to miss it.
They need a tech pause for the casters. The casters are so horrible. I don't even know what's happening. What is happening? Just let them be. I could be my bitch. Roll my blunt, fill my cup. They don't know nothing. Roll my blunt, fill my cup. Be my bitch, run my cup. Rub your butt, be my slut, be my cunt. Yeah, so what? Fuck them hoes. They know nothing. Fuck they talking about. Um, No, this is wasting my time right now. What are they doing? Can you not hear me in my live right now? Wait. Really? Really? Okay, okay, my mic works. Yo, what is happening? Casually sitting on the laptop right now, just chilling. What is happening now? Like the momentum from Gen G is gonna disappear. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. Oh my god, everyone's saying El Toronto. Oh my goodness. How's your day? Don't you know this? Say, how's your sleep? We. I was not happy. I was not happy. Yo, are they still not done? They're really messing up this. They have one job. These guys have one job. I was not happy. My fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. So lame. Oh my god, when are they going to actually? How do you make worlds apart? Ooh, here we go. Ooh, from the start. How we fell in love. Have a touch. Ooh, They still not done. Yo, are they trapped? Like, what's happening? How many people are at this tech event? What the fuck? Real. You're the only product that I ever knew. I get my bitch pregnant, I'ma be a better you. Prophecies that I made way back in the day.
I just hope you niggas don't think you really stainless. I just hope my niggas don't ever change on me. Or you really think you so official, I'm the same one. They been
Sure. The screens went out in Toronto. Oh my goodness. White neighborhoods. That's crazy. Thought back to a better me. Before I was a B-list celebrity, so I started calling bitches so heavily. Under the US, one time for my, one time for my. That's crazy. Real love. I'm just gonna end big love. Big love. Should bird that. Should bird this bird trap. She will flirt back. I'm gonna need my shirt back. One time for my. One time for my. One time for. Don't say that. She don't wanna be saved. Fool me twice, can put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace signs, load the chocolate of rain on you. Fool me 1 time. Was too young to listen to Nick. Mom was too young to leave me alone. Yeah, when is this gonna happen? What's the latest news right now? What's happening at the Masters? Hello guys. What's happening at the Masters? Every developer is leaving Masters at half. Every player is leaving Valorant Masters at half. What? Oh, what's up, man? Get your channel. There's so many bots. Mhm. Smoke and drinks and power. So many bots on Kick. Oh my goodness. Taking so long. I mean, really think about it. AOT Coin 20, thank you for the follow, bro. Thank you. Welcome in. Can you play Valorant? Can I play? Do you want me to play Valorant instead? Why do you want me to play Valorant? Yeah, low key. Why? I gotta watch my home team win though. Are you getting bored? I didn't see Genji win, bro. Yeah, dog. I'm Korean. Gotta, you know. Mhm. I would love to play, and I'm down to play, but I'm just like, I'll play after this because Genji's gonna whoop ass. Ah, all right. I'll play after this game. I'll low-key play. I might. I'm probably going to. Mhm. Do you play? I'll be back when the game resumes. Haha, alrighty, G. Have a good one, man. Thanks for following. Appreciate it. See you soon. Colton Johnson. Yeah. Mhm. Where LD. The nodes on top. Shine into a hotspot. Be me. Be. Nodes on top. I'm gonna shine into the top. Low key thinking about it. Where the hell did those guys go? Yo, what's up, my G? How you doing, brother? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm gonna shine into the hot stuff. Be me. How you doing? How's your day? What you been up to? Have you been playing? Those on top. I'm gonna shine into the hot stuff. Be me. Just gonna play some Val. Absolutely got owned. How about you, brother? I've been watching this. It's Genji Korea versus FNC. This is the Korean team with who's it? Texture and like Foxy9, all these dudes. Just watching this. We had a little chill session. I haven't played Valorant in a while. I feel like I played like a game or two and that's it. What you gonna do? Are you gonna go to work? It's time for work, or are you streaming more? Okay, fine. It might be Jane. Game for probably 1 more hour. Are you going back to? I mean, what are you gonna play? What you gonna play? What you gonna play? Playing melee. Melee.
This guy. This guy. Should know that. Ooh, that's funny as fuck.
I can't stop. I'm tearing up. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god, that was so funny. I don't
What's so funny?
Save me.
From what?
Oh, yeah, my jaws hurt.
From what?
Oh.
Ooh.
I can't believe I'm just watching this guy play. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my.
Oh, that was so funny. Oh my god, they're finally back. Alright, Brody. I'll put you on the side for a bit. Oh my goodness, they're finally back.
No worries.
Let's close this one out strong. As we didn't quite get to see it here in the venue, but Gen G closed out the final round of the half. Fnatic down now by 6. Gen G undefeated in pistols. Fnatic need to rewrite that narrative right here, right now.
This is an unbelievably huge round for Fnatic. Really need to get this pistol to go. Might be forced into a force buy afterwards. Texture gonna use the toxic screen to reposition just a little bit. He's got a little bit of help from Karan as well. Right out in front of him towards the site. And that's where the bulk of Fnatic's forces are. But this might not be a full-on hit from Fnatic.
I'm out of here.
Keeping it quiet. Clone pushing forward over towards that B site. Does get cleared.
Oh
Karan
dear.
up close. No smoke there. Obfuscate ends up getting taken down. Kayak able to find the kill that breaks open the A site. Fnatic now in position. As the spike gets planted. Prowler on the check. Texture going to be noted. Poison orb set up. Trying to make that exit from screens. Nigh impossible. As Alpha
Oh dear. Oh, let's go.
Munchkin. Unawares here in mid. Texture looking for the entry. Finds one.
Let's go, Texture. Oh my god, that's 3. That's
Take them down. It's falling to the wayside as Foxy finds that kill, but Crashies does get rid of the enemy neon at the same time. So now a 2v2. Diffuse starting to be held. Grabwell coming through. Wide swing out from Poster. Alpha out from heaven. Finds it as Fnatic find the round that they so badly needed and deliver Gen G their first pistol loss here at Masters Toronto.
It's just a great call in the timing by Fnatic. Previously, on their pistol round, the last time they played this map against Heretics, they set up a toxic screen and used that as a fake to rotate back over to B. I think with it taking so long, Gen G felt like it wasn't going to be B, and maybe there was just one there and let Karan try to go for the duel. Instead, it was the almost the full forces of Fnatic. Great reads there by Alfier. Ready for Munchkin, trying to push down mid. Able to get into A heaven to really do some damage in that round. Now on to the first eco of the tournament for Gen G. The only buy up, yeah, it is. The only buy up is a Sheriff for Texture. Pretty wild, but they're just trying to obscure their positions, trying to keep Fnatic guessing about where the stack is, but they're pretty split up here.
Full kit held here from Foxy as Ash tucking in towards Mail here. Right before the Nebula ends up falling. Prowler gets a spot onto Foxy 9, considering maybe sending out the net here. Try to get a catch. Swing around.
Oh
Kayak.
my.
Instantaneous here. Displaces Texture. Catches the shoulder there of Karan. Looks for a little bit more. Some damage exchange, but Karan certainly taking the brunt of it. Paranoia going through. Karan trying to push forward. Plays it a little bit of an off angle. Does manage to catch one off guard as Foxy tries to get the jump, but won't get cleaned up here. Sposter finds the elimination.
Timing.
Creep down through. Footsteps going to be noted.
30 seconds
Not
left.
riding the rope quite just yet. Plays it out a little bit more slowly. Alpha trying to get that shot
Let's
through.
go.
Gets one to connect, but Ash finds the headshot.
Spike planted.
Clean it up, trying to make this a little bit more costly.
Munchkin's gonna scoop up the Sheriff. Gonna see if he can do some more damage here. Him and Ash are gonna group up, try to make their way through.
Concealment.
Some salvo as a drone if they want to try to commit that, otherwise might just be saving the util, but Munchkin just pushes out into the open, and eventually Chronicle is going to be the one that finds it. Sheriff changing hands multiple times. As Ash goes to the reload, but makes some noise there. So he will just tuck away here at the ramp. Maybe look for an exit. Slides over, a chance to try to get a catch here, but shot goes out a little bit too early, and Poster finds a headshot with the stinger. Fnatic close out the anti-eco, losing out on 2 players. It's going to be the 1 weapon lost.
Yeah, really important rounds here for Fnatic. That they're able to come through relatively cleanly on the anti-eco and get the ball rolling. It's going to be a judge for Munchkin. Just a nice little paranoia play, but Chronicle ready there. Back up, Kayak. But a belter of a first shot. Gonna need more of that. But this is the attacker side for Fnatic. This is where they should be doing damage with this comp. This is where they should be rolling rounds together. See if they can get a bonus to go. A lot of this deadlock util being set up deep to counter the Yoru. And another for the entry.
Munchkin playing forward here, judge in hand. This one cycled Prowler. He's able to distract Alpha, push it forward. Damage basically not even suffered here. Just flushing him out. And now, looking like they want to play around the map still, not committing all of their forces to one side.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there. Anticipating somebody could be up close. Oh my God, Texture.
absence. Off the back of that Prowler, catches Crashies. Swing in.
Oof, let's
Finds
go
another.
Texture.
Come alive. Now the barrier mesh going to be broken here on the B side. Karan sending out the Paranoid to try to delay. Grabbed it as well. Trying to find a catch, but Karan, like back pillar, finds one. Tucks in the backside, looks for a little bit more. Can't quite align it on the kayak. Goes to the wide place.
Let's go, Foxy.
Cleans up Boaster. Bonus conversion. Now they found Gen G. Hitting double digits.
Wow,
Fanatic,
T,
5 rounds behind.
you don't care.
Just the confidence being shown there by Texture. Reading that right off that Prowler, he's going to have the angle. 3 peaks for the duel against Chronicle, wins that. And it's a nice crossfire setup there. And a good grab net to stall that execute just a little bit by Foxy9. Karan having a tremendous map right now. 17 kills on the board for him.
Some peeks out. Sonic sensor going to be placed here at the top of mid on that right side. Fnatic should be aware of it. Would like to try to clear it out. So that's why you see Foxy trying to play a little bit of an off angle, but smokes are going to bloom. Cool. Switch on the slow. Just trying to get the catch there. Free fire on the angle. Unable to find it.
Still have that Sonic sensor there. Backed off. He's going to replace it. Moves it a little bit further back. So that's opened up the door here for this ropes push. Karan watching for it. Spot there on the Chronicle. So Gen some awareness of what's going on in the map. And that's going to force out the barrier there. They want to try to force Fnatic into Gen G's strong side, where they have their 3-player stack.
This late layering of util from Gen G. Doing wonders to try to just come up the works here, slow down the approach from Fnatic and really narrow their options down.
Time to jump.
Really? They're gonna do this?
Prowler checking, Foxy
30 seconds left.
able to clear it. Clears out the boom bot as well. Push not yet coming through. 24 seconds remaining. Things are about to get a little bit dicey. So there's a stun out. The placement from Alpha is absolutely gorgeous with a blast pack. Finds the opener there. At the same time, find the lure. Chronicle going to be taken down. Now Munchkin falling to the wayside. His B side opened up. Karan held at bay here at the alley.
Not the easy either.
Plant able to be committed to. Paranoia goes across. Some stuck in position. Texture watching for the flank. And Ash with covering fire.
Thank you, Ash.
Kill there on the Alfier. Actually staying put. Just playing off the exit of this nebula. Creep forward from Karan. Do they read it? Smoke down, gonna be gone. Karan instantaneous with a headshot, able to find him there. As the reload has to come through from Boaster. He doesn't have the bullets, but he's still able to stay alive. Texture, however, taken down to 8. Classic in hand, and the right click gets it done.
Let's go, Texture. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Scrape by with a round victory. Was there 2 rounds away from advancing here in the upper bracket.
Oh my goodness, let's go.
Back of a Red Bull clutch.
What a brilliant play by Texture to use that fast lane to isolate the fights, and it catches Kayak completely off guard. Ash winning a couple big battles himself in that round, the 1v1 against Chronicle on the other side of the map, and then finds the opener.
Let's go.
Even things up for the retake.
Nice.
Man, oh man, Alpha doing what he can there.
Great
kills along the way. A great blast pack to displace
안
Foxy9.
돼요.
But all for naught. Is now Fnatic has to go into
Hey yo, what up, Fabry? How you doing today? Good, good. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm good. It's a chill day. Super rainy. Just happy Gen G's winning. Gen G's the Korean team. Korean team for And are they trying not to melt? Is it hot over there? Oh my goodness, it's 36 degrees? Yo, that's insane. Like, actually, how is that happening? Oh, Munchkin's losing momentum. $30 stuff. That's crazy. How's it getting that hot? Oh. That's crazy. I didn't even know that was possible. Keep going. Not even summer yet. Yep. See, that's the crazy part. It's not summer.
It's reading that position so nicely. The patience being shown. High kayak. Really, really nice. Chronicle right there to make sure that Texture has no hope of doing any more damage. Just saying, work together.
Summer starts the 20th.
Gonna try to play some isolated positions.
It's a week early. Maybe like 2.
Work that apart. You're gonna have a really good shot here to make a comeback.
Super early.
5 rounds will be the difference now for Fnatic.
And I'd be sweating too much in the summer.
You never know.
Like, that's the worst. Like in New York, the subway rides are so bad because it's humid.
Be very careful. Genji in the meantime.
So not good.
Hero rifle for Texture does have his ultimate to back it up. Still, damage could be done.
Nothing spotted. Fnatic trending towards choosing the weaker side of the map here at the moment. Well, we're not going to spot anything here in heaven, so Alpha goes for a bit of a look-see. Match situated here on the rafters. Karan starting to back away off stairs. Starts getting popped. Chronicle's still going to be on the late linger.
Just waiting.
Kamehameha.
Rip that
It's
paranoia.
11 p.m. That's not bad though. Without the sun, it being like 29 degrees, go for a good walk.
Blast back across the way. Paranoia finding the hit. Karan pushes forward off the back of that one. Does manage to find one for the nade from beyond the grave. Comes up with the kill.
Let's go, Munchkin.
Pinching in out of vent.
Still humid.
Looking for a little bit
I
more
find
spot.
like, no, why would you swap there?
Ash now nearly spammed down. Time starting to dwindle. His Texture gets noted. Tries to go
No.
but Chronicle arrives when they need him the most.
I think nighttime warmness and humidity is not too bad. A good walk.
Maybe just assuming that Boaster.
There's so many bots on Kick.
Guessed incorrectly.
If you try going to Kick, I'm not sure if you can see. Can't sleep. Yeah, sleeping's honestly the biggest issue. If it's warm, I find it hard to sleep. It has to be cold.
Alpha used his, and now you've got a bunch for Fnatic. So a lot of options on the table for this round. Foxy does have the Annihilation again.
And that's the critical factor, being able to get these round wins without having to commit the rest of these.
Is that the Fabry?
Having them built up, this puts Fnatic in a very good spot. Just that Annihilation, as you mentioned. Armageddon, 1 charge away. Munchkin this time going to play a
That
little more of
is
a disconnected position
indeed
around
the
mid.
Fabry.
Fowler try to check, refire. Just get a bit of damage there on the Boaster, and it makes him certainly think twice about trying to lurk forward into that vent.
That's a huge win, though. This mid part of the map has been giving Genji fits. It's been something that Fnatic has done a great job taking advantage of. There hasn't been too much resistance. Genji's been allowing them to kind of push up in towards B Heaven.
We gotta cheer for the Koreans. Genji.
Kaya gonna walk about, trying to see what he can spot. Info there into Heaven. It's Munchkin Holds things down in mid. This time the fight goes his way. Both Albier both going to be eliminated. Ash over the top here at Heaven. Struck on as Kayak breaks over the site. Brings it back into a 3v3.
30 seconds left.
3v3.
Kid available.
Looking for the jump. Back at the grab,
Oh.
no. Not quite able to find it. The minimap seemed like perhaps Chronicle was going to get caught. Net able to find two, the push forward, but Munchkin is strafing over the bite. It's Foxy 9. 10 but Texter pre-fires the swing out of elbow. And suddenly is in with a chance to try to clutch this out. Crashies playing it backside. Texter trying to narrow it down. Spots him out. Wide swings, damage exchange here on both sides. 10 bullets, now 7 remaining in the mag. Here's the haunt. Down to 6, the leg. Noted. He's looking to try to flush him out. 1 bullet now, just a classic. Worked the last time. Works this time.
Oh, he did it. He did it. He did it. Oh my goodness.
Texture on for the defuse.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
Does he have it? He does. .51. It's a unbelievable clutch.
Wow.
As Texture
Textual
breaks the
bomb.
momentum and takes Gen G to match point.
There is no doubt that he is the best player in Toronto right now. These clutches are out of control from Texture. A great start there, but Texture the confidence to push through at time. Just enough. Just enough. He is
Oh my goodness.
otherworldly right now.
One
and
more.
This is do or die for Fnatic.
One more.
Potentially backbreaking. Texture here at ramp. Pre-fire. Kayak in response. A belt
Come on.
Bullet connects
That was
the
too
forehead.
lucky.
Texture. It's knocked out of the park. Needs a good amount of damage in exchange, down to 32, but gives them a player advantage for the moment.
Unfortunate.
Munchkin lingering in mid. Still holds on to this pit. He's not committed it quite just yet. Minor gap in the smoke. Potentially try to play around. As he goes to the peak, looks for the timing, finds it. It's a little bit whippy. He cannot escape.
Oh,
Crashies is there.
what is Foxy
Trade it
doing?
back. Some revenge here for his fallen teammate, but Foxy 9 refills the space. And on the peak,
Oh, let's go Foxy.
he's out time Chronicle.
Oh, they're out. They're out. They're out on B.
To the backside, Ash. Armageddon at the ready, could send it here off the rip. Stuck in the drone. It's a little bit of information. Seems like he may just end up saving this for the retake, as you get a double exploration here from Alfia and Kayak, pushing in towards Alley. The ult across, Crashies safe behind the box. The site widely given up. Up a spot.
Oh my goodness,
Readjusts.
Foxy.
And Kayak down. So low on HP, but still fighting, still persevering. Ash on the drop down. Finds the first. Goes in, looking to try to take this up to half. The reapproach out from Heaven. Does he just stick it? The shot's not connecting. Waits it out. Finds one. But Kayak plays it well. The defuse. This is not going to be there.
Oh my god, that was so close.
We carry
That
on
was
this
so
map.
close.
Not done yet.
You have got to be kidding me.
Oh my goodness. 1.
Back to back. Less than a second on the clock rounds.
1, bro.
Ash doing his damnedest. So close to it. It isn't for that haunt. He probably has this round potentially. Oh, it's so close, Munchkin. Oh, thought they had it.
1.
Tighten the screws a little bit here to Gen G. They're going to be on an eco on this round. Alpha.
Texture on the peak. Dead. Alpha quickly dispatches.
Absolute nail biter
Absolute nail biter.
from Gen G. Stalling them out momentarily.
Hey.
Spamming some right clicks. Ash as well. Similarly. Taken low. This A site heavily at risk now. Smoke's just going to be cycled. Some noise made. Try to relay that, but Munchkin.
Ooh.
He's going to send the pit.
Really?
He's a madman.
But it's only Ash on that A side of the map. They could just rotate back over. And he's been worked down to 30.
Toxins going up.
Might just find the timing, though. It's the drop down there from Chronicle. Works his way into the sewer. Just trying to see if a rotation comes through, but Fnatic just going to go ahead, explore mid a little bit more here, it would seem.
I mean, you have to assume that they're going to go with A. as Gen G, but you know, with the weaker weaponry, it's just trying to hold the line at B, see if you can trick him a little bit.
It's just Foxy 9.
30 seconds left.
Trying to start things off. Paranoia gonna be set, but does not get caught by it. Foxy catches a shot to the face. Clone noted. Karan flushed out. As Ash is still a world away, Munchkin tucks back into garage as the spike gets planted.
Spike planted.
And I think he might be regretting sending this pit out. Drops it to try to give them some kind of chance. Recovers the weapon previously dropped by Alfier.
Weapon here.
I think that this should be undoable.
It certainly should be. Spam attempt. Nothing spotted. Munchkin on the lurk, finding one. Kayak around the corner, holding the angle, getting the headshot. And Asher 30 with just a singer cannot make it happen.
까비. 거의 됐어. Overtime? No overtime.
Oh boy.
Genji is not going overtime.
A gamble there by Munchkin. Hits a nasty shot. Alpha so ready for that swing out from Texture. Paranoia misses. Two players that Gen G dealt with. Kayak with
Buy round diff is buy round.
Fnatic right back into it, right back into another alt cycle as well. Showstopper, Dimensional Drift, Cosmic Divide.
Oh shit.
Tons to work with here for the EMEA #1 team. They've got a real chance. Again, these mid positions really just not being dealt with by Gen G. They're giving up a ton of space. I mean, Munchkin will go for these plays where he tries to outmaneuver you through the smokes. But
he is just dancing around those bullets for the moment.
That is too close for comfort.
He's gonna work his way back across into Mail.
He does have Ash slid in to maybe help him if there was a push forward.
Karan up and over the top. Just gonna go for a quick little reposition here.
That's got Munchkin slid over though. That opens up Nail here for Fnatic.
Ash pushing forward, smoke dissipating, and Poster destroyed, and Ash finds another! Damage dealt to Alpia, puts him down to 72 the spike. Drop there at vent. Quick little exit. Kayak
3v3.
having to retreat. Joining together now alongside Chronicle, who hasn't been able to take that much space realistically at
Seriously,
all.
no space.
Here at
30
A.
seconds left.
Sonic Sensor right around the corner here for Foxy to potentially play off of.
Trying to fish for it, but there's the stun. Getting the one. Flash gonna be found. Texture on the jiggle peak. Sending out the relay bolt. Has them reeling backward. It's 14 seconds remaining. Fnatic have to make a go of it. They have to start rushing forward, but they're taking so much damage on entry. Kayak fighting back for one. Spike now needs to be committed.
No.
Chronicle!
No.
He's outdone them all.
No. Don't choke, Genji.
He's giving them a real chance to try to keep this going. Karan, however, full HP. Playing around the wall. Taking a peek. All three players tagged up here on the side of Fnatic, but it looks like he's drifting away. The call to save has been made.
The curse of 11-6. Seriously.
For the clutch, but Gen G make the call. It's too risky. We have the time, we have the rounds to try to offer up, but that does mean that Fnatic continue to build momentum. 2 rounds away from OT.
Absolutely brilliant stuff from Chronicle there. It looked like Gen G might just be able to close this match out. They had that pretty well read. They had that stalled. The Sonic Sensor into the relay bolt to make Fnatic have
We're going
to
to
press
win.
forward.
We're going to win. We're going to
Foxy
win.
trying to hide his position, trying to wait for that moment to strike where he could delay the plant enough where time would just win the round.
Imagine he got something. He got him right there. Ooh.
Texture there never could get the spray under control. That is disgusting.
Damn, that is disgusting.
Ridiculous.
Such a crazy hit.
Tightest of angles there.
From how things had started here for this player on this map, he has rebounded in the biggest way. Timeout call now from the Gen G camp. First one on this map, second one in the series. Looking to try to bring this to a conclusion, but the buy is not going to be there. The ults are not going to be there.
I'm pretty curious to see how Gen G wants to approach this. Are they maybe going to try to go for some kind of util dump into mid, try to go for a bit of a trap? I mean, that's something that Fnatic has been exploring almost every single round. But I thought they had a pretty so sharp with in the first half of this event, but here in playoffs, some moments of weakness that have been capitalized upon instantly by Fnatic. Still have a Cosmic Divide, you're one away from another overdrive for Texture, a couple away from Ash's ult. For Gen G, yeah, look at this.
Their fears
Setting up 3 in
betrayed
mid. They're looking to try to trap this, but Fnatic,
They're playing away from it.
completely different ideas.
Guardian, Vandal, Sheriff, 2 Stingers. Texture just playing back a bit here, not wanting to overcommit into Garage.
He lost that battle last time. Gonna play it safer this go around.
It's only Munchkin just crouching here in the peak.
Bring them
Might be getting more than he bargained for, but it's going to be the Prowler just as a bit of an early alert system.
He's trying to get out. Clone sent forward. Munchkin gonna dodge all of that, and it's
Immediate
complete
rotation.
yeah, complete wraparound from Fnatic. They love to do this. Create some attention on one side of the map, quickly pivot over where you really understand what's going on.
Bot quickly cleared. Texture letting him know that there's a close hold. Texture letting him know that there's a close hold.
Bring them down.
Prowler now to chase. Gate crash towards backside. Shells forces him off the angle, but for now, Fnatic not hitting the go button quite just yet. Want to try to gain some control of this mid position. Crashies would love to grab this orb.
Left. My ult is ready.
Commits for it. The Nightfall now at the ready. He sends it, connects onto one. Texture going to be missed. It's Kayak able to find Ash. Breaks open mid in heaven. It's blind coming through. Alpier can't see a damn thing, but Kayak is still profiting, still finding value.
Oh my goodness.
They take their time, but when they strike, it is sure as hell decisive. 4 in a row, Fnatic. 1 round from taking us into overtime.
Love this little pivot right before they make this execute.
If Fnatic wins this and we go to OT, I will dye my hair blonde.
Just absolutely stunning stuff. He is so clean when he's on point. Seems like it's just all headshots all the time. And now even dueling operators. Texture has one, Alfier has
And they're
one.
about to clash right off the rip. Here comes the peak, and there's the kill!
They even tried to bait for Texture and he still gets beat. What patience from Alfier.
Catches him off guard and a jiggle peek like that. It's just too fast.
Unbelievable.
For Munchkin to register what they're staring at, to relay it to Texture, to get the reactions. Karon needing some damage, needing even more. Down to 16, frantically backpedaling. Stealing sight.
Pause in the action. Fnatic, again, loves to do this. Just try
Yeah,
to
let's
play
do
with
a
their opponent's head and keep
bitch.
them guessing. But for Gen G,
I deeply regret saying that I'm gonna dye my hair.
so you're just going to stay in the 2-2 split. But that puts a ton of pressure on these players that are going to be on the heavy side of this attack. Whenever Fnatic makes their move, it's going to come down to Gen G being really smart with their decisions. Karon, so low health over here at A.
Push up now into
30
A heaven.
seconds left.
Gate crash right there alongside Khan's position. Ash lingering here on the Raptor, now going to be dropping down. And a straight headshot on the Chronicle. Armageddon at the ready, rolls on the red carpet here towards main, but there's no one there to receive it. And Alpha on the drop down, finds himself a third.
10
They
seconds
run
left.
the clock, but they're still able to get the plant in time. Is it the 2v4? Munchkin and Foxy 9 to try to deter Fnatic from bringing this into OT, and Crashies is still on that lurk, still waiting. Down within the vent, the spot out on the Kayak. Foxy trying to find the kill.
Player
Alpha
standing.
dead. It's Foxy now
Ultimate ready.
in the 1v2. The net lobbed in, sends out the ultimate.
Nothing there.
Frantically hoping for a catch, but it's not able to find one. The haunt guarantees it. Bosa swings off it. And we might have had to wait a damn long while. But this map is not over yet.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable from Fnatic. Running 5 in a row to send it to overtime off the back of extremely disciplined play. Methodical stuff there. And again, trying to jiggle peek for texture. Alpha having none of it. And then the discipline at the end of the round again to give Foxy no chance for the clutch. A little bit of a Michael Jackson impersonation there from...
Wow, we blew 11-6 lead. That's insane.
On the faces of the Gen G coaching staff.
Choke on this. Choke on my big.
A quick in and out for the second half after the dominance that was on display. Now they find themselves back over here onto the attack.
Feels like these attack rounds so important because of how the map went. Both teams getting 9 on each side. NG just gonna slide on past. No peek, no awareness of this maneuver from Fnatic. Don't receive any contact on the other side of the map with the Prowler sent out by Crashies. Gen G just looking to once again explode onto the site.
Pushing in towards Kayak. Time to jump. Salvo's gonna be sent. Paranoia. It's a minor little clip here. Sends out a flash as well as the clone. Finds the pick here on the texture. Takes his exit back over towards screens. Fnatic already full rotating. Getting themselves into position to try to go for the flood retake. Plant gonna be handed over to Ash. Still gonna be 2 charges away from having that Armageddon online.
A little bit of util to work with.
Munchkin seemingly feeling a little bit more comfortable. There's not gonna be a flank. Wants to go for another check though. Sees nade, gonna be sent full flash here onto Karan, barreling down, and Foxy doesn't know what's hit him! Alphair, what a re-entry!
Poison's off.
As Munchkin has everything to do and no way to do it! They're on their feet, the crowd has erupted! As Fnatic look to take this to sunset!
And this is the value here for Fnatic. They don't have to use any util in the early part of the round, and they're able to just throw everything in the kitchen sink onto the site. And Gen G, players are flashed up. Players, no idea what's going on around them. Just a great entry there from Alpha. They've got them downloaded now. They've read everything that Gen G has wanted to do. And they're just going to wait.
It would take heroics, the likes of which are rarely seen from Texture and Karan. And if you had to rely on 2 players on Gen G to get it done, these certainly would be the 2 that you would elect. But Texture, he's getting antsy, he's getting killed. All now down to Karan. Last year's Rookie of the Year. Alone on the B site with nothing more to do. How do you isolate? How do you divide? How do you conquer this Fnatic squad? We are fully stacked together, fully online, fully synergized, and in control.
It's unthinkable.
And already so much way across this side of the map, and Alpha is there to bring it to an end. 14-12. It could end in no other way. This series is not over. We are going to a map 3. We're going to sunset.
Thought this could be a preview of the grand finals, and oh my, is it delivering!
It was worth the wait. In my opinion, I hope you all agree. We're gonna go to a much needed quick break, and when we come back, we'll be seeing who sticks around in the upper bracket.
Oh, that is stressful. That is so stressful. How are... Why? Why is it risky? Why is opening Twitter risky? So many people do it. No? Once I was watching this guy stream and he was going to Twitter and a dick popped out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so... Yo, honestly, the tech pause did kill Genji. Honestly, the momentum that they were taking out, like right in the middle, that was so bad.
Crazy game. What was it? Down 12-7 for Fnatic. Run it all the way back to OT with 7 rounds unanswered. The team looked so calm, so concentrated in such a high-pressure situation. And now, Bea, we're going all the way.
Yeah, exactly. We did it the EMEA way. We had a tech pass in the middle. Fnatic
Yo,
won
did
at
you
the end,
just
and they
see
were
what
forced down, but
happened?
That's exactly how we do it. Welcome to
5-2
Canada.
account one with safety. Fuck.
I will
Not
say
just
though,
us.
Pansy did her flight did land at 4 p.m. today, so that was 100% her fault.
Yo, this is so fucked. What's up, Coin? Yo, how did we blow that 11-6 lead?
Yeah, exactly. And everything
That's
it goes around also the way the
11-6.
Genji were playing so well with the Sentinel, with
I didn't know
having the day that
Twitter
he's
would
having,
show
Deco also
porn.
finding his way. But it's very funny
I
that we
just
speak
typed
about doing it the
dick.
EMEA way, because there was this match against Nami on Haven that everybody from
Bro.
EMEA remembers. Well, Alpha decided he was not losing, and at some point in this split, Alpha decided Fnatic were going to a third.
Yeah, he got seemingly every entry in these last couple rounds, and he had a brutal first half. Both times he had the Raze Rocket there, he either got instantly killed or whiffed out on it, but he absolutely locked in after that break. And Genji,
Your Twitter is 6% porn. I'm not on that site. We're not on the same site, bro. My Twitter has 0 porn. My Reddit has crazy stuff on it, but not Twitter.
position. And Alpha was so ready in each of those positions. 300 ACS on this map, and the best player in terms of opening kills.
Yeah, exactly. A 7-2. If we compare it to map 1, where we were speaking about his ISO and how important it was for him to have a good start, a strong start to this best of 3, it was not there. For the second one, to me, it's also very important the fact that even though he was getting an opener, maybe 2 kills right at the beginning of the round, some of them were not translated into Fnatic wins, and he did not put his arms down, and he kept going.
I have to think we need to address the most important thing when it comes to Althea is that he stood up after a round and they did not lose the next one. I think that is probably
You and I are on two different platforms,
and we
bro.
also have to give a lot of kudos, Mimi, to Crashies, because we had a discussion whether this is Prime Crashies or not, but when they needed him the most, he stepped up.
I played with Crashies a couple of years ago.
Being like the
Played against him.
Player. But it's true, he was
I lost.
outstanding here. That clutch that you just watched was one of the first rounds that they picked up. And honestly, I think he's the guy who kept them in this game in the first half, which was so bad for Fnatic. He was still winning clutches, he was still getting rounds, and still giving his energy to the team. And he kept that up through their comeback as well.
It's also important to mention that, as everybody must have noticed, Fnatic are playing a very slow style, right? We see those plants with barely any seconds left on the clock. So we need to look at the recurring utility, at those initiators of what you can retrieve and whatnot throughout the round. And that is also why Crashes is so important in this ecosystem.
Yeah, and I think that slow style was such a great decision on the macro level for Fnatic. When you're playing against a team that doesn't have a lot of resources to re-clear space, except for actually like fighting in and facing it, if you're playing super slow, denying info, and just holding for those refights, you're gonna absolutely cook them. And Fnatic, despite the pressure of the situation, never let themselves rush or make mistakes that a less experienced team might have.
I mean, we've spoken already about the rookies, you know, of last year, of this year, Kayak as well. But my goodness, Ash.
Yeah,
Dude, I really want to play.
good this tournament. When I was watching him in Pacific,
I thought it was gonna be over.
he had his moments. But here at Masters Toronto, he has been really great. His aim has looked on point. And for Gen G to be a top team in Toronto, I think they needed this rookie player to show up.
In both maps, in Haven, and now that we see him on the first Tejo here in Toronto, I also have to say, especially for the attack and the structure and the idea that Gen G had of not just having to re-hit, but also just going in
That was
one
clean.
single push, it served them. Like, the nerf was barely even noticed.
Now this is where things are going to get interesting, because map 3 is not, you know, Lotus. It's not things that both of these teams have played a lot and love. It is going to be that Sunset where
Sunset is going to be.
Fnatic were either permabanning it or they didn't look great.
Yeah, they have yet to play this map since it's been reintroduced into the pool, so we don't really know what to expect coming out. Gen G did play this. They stomped in the Swiss stage, playing against MIBR. And this was another one of those maps
my
where
goodness, I forgot. Genji was pretty lethal against MIBR. That's where Aspas is.
To what they like on Split, just without that kind of weird Teo pick.
Do you like Texture on Neon? I like Foxy Knight on Deadlock. Listen, I just love the Deadlock wherever it is. I really hope that these words that we're seeing boosters say right now come along, the reading them, faking the utility, faking where you're going to go on the sides. I think that keeping that same mindset of how they were playing on Split could serve them here in Sunset, because do not forget, at the other side, you have a Gen G that is so hungry. It is having such a good tournament. They might have lost a 9-3 lead, but they have a very good read on what they want to do on this Sunset.
As I said, script writers getting lazy. Fnatic have never won this map globally on a global stage, and they've been to a lot of tournaments, and both times they lost 11-13.
But they've also been banning it in a lot, so it is that smaller sample size, but still, it's never been a home ground for them, like you're saying. But the advantage they have today is coming in with no VOD footage of them on this map. They want to go down a double duelist pipeline? Do they want to go double initiator? There's a lot of choices, and there's a hover on the chamber.
Yeah,
I would love to see that.
Seriously.
I would too.
Make it not make sense.
Alpha is not going to play Duelist for the first time in this series as well, and we might not see a Duelist at all.
If this chamber gets locked, I think this is the best map right now for chamber. With that wide circle that he now has, you can be fighting into both mains. There's looks to fight into mid. It's super powerful, and I really hope we get that pick from Kaya.
I really think. Wait, no. This is just a joke. Okay, I'll be down for that, but I really think that they need some stop and force for the side of Texture. So many of those rounds, those
Okay, that
very,
makes more
very
sense.
close diffuses that we saw on Split. Texture playing those rounds, somebody has to stop him.
It's the Team Liquid comp. Team Liquid already ran this early in the tournament.
Yeah, and it's a good one, right? I think the biggest drawback of this comp, not a ton of utility for Kayak, but Crashy's Boaster have shown great synergy with him thus far on his other duelist maps. Now a chance to see him against the best Neon of this tournament thus far.
They have been with us every step of the way as we head to the final map of the series, Toronto. One last time for Achilles and Paperton.
Here we go into the breach once more. The last time between these two squads. Didn't come easy for Gen G back over at Masters Shanghai, and it certainly won't be the case going into this one. Full set. After the delays, after the perseverance, after the run back here from Fnatic, Sunset will decide it all. Which one of these two teams is sticking around in the upper bracket, and which one is going to have to fight their way through the lowers with elimination always lingering behind them. Toronto, are you ready to see Sunset to bring this series to its end? Let me hear you!
This time around, it's going to be Fnatic starting on the attacker's side. Going to stack up over at A. Just Karan here. Space quickly being taken by Kayak. Genji maybe a little late to the party.
Thrown around the corner, Karan backpedaling, trying to stay hidden here behind, but Kayak plays off the back of that drone beautifully. He's able to find the opening kill. Genji at a risk of losing their second pistol of the tournament. The map might just matter the most.
They try to flood through. Foxy checking for lurks. Didn't see anything, but that stack over on his side is fearsome.
Gone over the top.
What?
Not getting a spot up, but Munchkin able to find Boaster. Kayak going to be taken down, and suddenly there's a player advantage for a brief little moment there from the side of Gen G, but Alfier does well to go ahead.
Wait, I'm here.
Back into a 3v3.
What's happening?
Diffuse being held to half. Texture noting. Alfier tucking back. Shots flying. The pinch in from the flank. Looking for the headshot. Runs out of bullets, but Chronicles there
Oh
to fail.
my god.
Fnatic find another pistol. As Boaster gets tangled up. Fnatic are still able to find the opening round win here on Sunset.
Just tremendous stuff. Fnatic there. The desk was touching on it. You don't have a ton of util to set up your Neon, but they use that drone perfectly to isolate Karan, completely wipe him out. And then they're just making sure that Foxy's angle is dealt with, and then they can break open all these angles to come from literally every possible side of that A site. Now you've got the Marshal there for Chronicle, couple rifles.
Damn, Viper is so much in professional play. Every map, Viper is viable. They all have like 2 controllers.
Himself hidden. Had a rough go of it on Split on the defender side. A lot of the trickery that he tries to employ was nullified by the smart and methodical nature that Fnatic brings.
Slowly drifting across, gets to the opposite side here of the wall. Alpha getting a pick there onto Karan at top mid.
Yeah, long range headshot.
Swing out. Texture.
Yes, let's go, Texture. Oh, he didn't see. He saw.
Sets up the snake bite, which is able to hold them at bay. They bolt into the
Oh my god.
As a shock dart. Will land right at his feet. Fishes him out. Cannot keep him protected. Come to the back. Quick clear. The push forward. In from Market. His Paranoia goes across, and Foxy 9 lingering
Did he miss the dart?
He's blinded up. Pushes out. He's able to find one eventually. Will get taken down. Drop down though from Ash. Suddenly makes this a lot more costly. Textured Boba. Ash playing the corner. Finds the kill. Brings it now into the 1v1. The clock running low once again as there's the tap, the swing in. Looking for it. A bit of damage going to be found, but cannot get the elimination.
Spike planted.
Just the slide available. No relay bolt. Kayak, no real idea of where Texture is going to be approaching from. Drops down. The turn back. The recheck, a back sight. Texture swinging wider and wider. Judges it wrong, but has the headshot. As Gen G
Let's go.
pull off the thrifty
Let's
to
go.
tie it up at 1-1.
Go.
What else can you say? He has been truly
Texture.
dominant this event. Texture shows up again when he's needed
What?
most. Finds the opener against the Marshall.
But Hash is the hero.
Oh,
the
no,
real
no.
one here in the round.
No, the way he played on site here. Used that classic to great effect. And that's got some frustration out of Kayak. Feels like he should have had it.
Understandably so.
Oh, God, yeah.
Rescuing the round. Still would have been a rough feeling given the number of weapons dropped, but losing it hurts even more.
Just a slow approach here. Booster gonna claim some space in the mid. Door's gonna close.
Oh, a lot of space. He's just fully walking up, but things are coming down. So kind of anticipating this, but Texture able to find Kayak mid-slide.
On.
Booster able to find him. Does clean up that one, but Texture holds down the alley.
Right here.
Zalfier gets taken down off screen. Crashies now. Gonna try his luck, sends out a shot. Shock dart just a little bit too deep. Relay bolt will get the connection.
Yes, let's
Will
go.
be feasting.
Poster, boom, right there. Oh, he didn't see him. He didn't see
Showing
him.
up once again. As Poster has something to say about
Yes,
it.
let's
It's
go,
gonna be
Foxy.
Off the flank, who's able to find the kill.
Off
Gen.G
the flank.
now gaining the lead 2-1.
And other than giving up that space in mid and not really accounting for that aggressive quick lurk by Poster. Whew, snappy shot there early from Texture. Great relay bolt. Sure that there was no real chance for Crashies.
Let's go!
And then Munchkin rallying the troops. Coming right back into this map strong, especially on the defender side to get that eco win. Devastating on this map. And we're starting to roll close to a couple big ults. Foxy 9 and Texture.
Oh wow, okay.
Nearly to
That
theirs.
lands
Kayak.
inside of.
So now into the first rifle round here between the squads. 3 half armors on the side of Fnatic. No Outlaw to be brought forward here from Gen.G though.
Now look at this deep screen though that Fnatic's got set up. Try to allow them room to maneuver in mid. Just gonna try to take a little bit of space, see what kind of reactions they're getting out of clearing that door. Using that cyber cage to cover this push.
Spike gonna be handed over. Shots flying. Kayak in a position where he can't get caught.
You gotta be
Self
careful.
alive, but Charon on a deeper line, starting to backpedal away, but it's still gonna be lion's share of Fnatic still hovering here within tiles. Now sights being turned over towards A main.
Yeah, Gen.G here feeling like the patience that was shown on split could be coming through again. A lot of their utility was set up at the B site, and they haven't moved. They've kept 3 there. They've kept their strong side on that half.
30 seconds left.
Texture be clearing mid.
At the top of the cage, Munchkin playing forward just alongside the walls. A risky maneuver here. The push comes in, finds one, turns back, it's a good amount of damage, but cannot collect the kill.
Oh my
Texture
goodness,
certainly
let's
can.
go, let's go,
A
let's
little bit
go.
more. Has the stun, the slide, the spot, the overdrive popped.
10 seconds left.
Tears them all to pieces. Crashies late linger here onto the site. He's able to find one, but the time is already gone. The spike a world away. It's all about some damage if he can find it, which he shall. Hunter's Fury online. The weapon carried over, but Gen.G starting to get further away here in the round count.
Now those senses coming alive for Munchkin. Doing a nice job there. Setting up for Texture. Finding that first kill. Finding the bulk of the forces of Fnatic.
Nice.
Looking for the 4th, and still some good energy there for Gen.G. Despite the loss. Now it's going to be Texture with the operator. Coming in with that.
I love
Also
Texture on the
weapon
op.
for them. Overdrive though for Kayak. Hunter's Fury as well for Crashies. So a lot of tools here for Fnatic to put this eco into their own hands.
Stinger spam and top mid, able to go ahead and clear out one of the sonic sensors. They're outside of A. Net now coming through. Armageddon.
Nice.
It's gonna be Kayak getting dragged forward. Elfia doing his damnedest, but he just has that sheriff.
Let's
He's
go.
trying to break his teammate out. He cannot make it happen. They are able to go ahead and overwhelm Foxy 9, find the pick on that front, which will lead to a weapon scooped up. In fact, get the pass over there. Poster drifting back.
Enemy remaining.
Munchkin quick to adjust.
Spike
the bite down.
mid.
Locking off Alfier, stopping him from recovering the spike, at least here for the moment. Pre-fire onto the angle, into the readjust. Just the one casualty. Gen G are now up by 3.
A lot of patience in the early part of the round there. Gen G waiting for their moment to strike with texture on the operator. Around the corner at A main. Finds a good shot. Setting up a crossfire
Nice.
for him earlier. And then when they started getting a little bit more pressure on other parts of the map, great play by Foxy9 as well. Using the grab net into the annihilation to knock a player out of the round. Off the back of the barrier mesh clear. Very nice little trick play he's got set up. Works a treat for Gen G. Fnatic going to be taking a timeout with a rifle round, with a buy round coming, with a bunch of ults available. So the coaching staff really wants to make sure that this one's going to get it going, because they can't afford to keep dropping rounds like this.
Yeah, the texture at the moment. 2 kills per round played. Up 10-2 and 1. Desk was highlighting it. Didn't get to see it as much in the first 2 maps of the series, but that operator so far been making very good use of it in the previous round. So with everything other than the pit available, we'll see what the game plan looks like here for Fnatic. Their own pit, 2 charges away. Munchkin trying to get that one ready to go.
This time they're going to shift a lot of their attention over to the other side of the map. The deadlock util not going to be maybe where Fnatic would anticipate. A little bit of change of ideas. Munchkin leaning right out that market door. Texture there with him with the operator. Just, a little bit of damage done to Munchkin. Just shrugs it off. Texture.
Shrugs it off.
Waiting right outside this door.
Seems like he's expecting the pressure to come through here. Wants to just be able to swing and get a kill, quickly dip out.
Say, gonna have to use the drone here. There was a smoke that just dissipated, and Gen G had no info.
Doesn't get the spot, but saw the start of the fast lane, so you know that Kayak is gonna be playing pretty far up in mid.
I mean, Gen G's got a pretty decent read on what's going on here. Paranoia sent by both teams. Nobody making any moves off of it, though. Just a heat check there.
Quick little dodge. Texture repositioning more towards the Boba side here at mid.
Drone's going to be used over at A, so Fnatic trying to sell a bit of...
out of place, Boaster.
Yeah. Fnatic trying to sell a fake.
Playing that knives edge. There's Kayak. Texture looking for the flick, unable to find it.
30 seconds left.
Not missing too much, though. Alfier's angle not great for vision in towards market.
There's a sonic sensor on the other side of this one way as well. Ash set up to try to punish.
As well as one here in the alley. Karan ready to try to play off of this one. His time again starting to dwindle. 10 seconds remaining. Karan gets himself his first kill. Hunter's Fury sent his way, but not finding him. Ash
Let's go.
holding from behind.
Domination. Domination.
Too many players here from Fnatic. Is forced to sit back and try to hold on to these weapons.
God, this round is so well set up by Gen G. The mid control this time, they're really diligent about it. Probably something that was talked about in the timeout. Ash
Nice shot,
being
Texture.
really pivotal in the way that he's placing himself. He's the one going to re-clear top mid. He's the one that comes
원래
back to
계속
A
그렇게
to
시간
help
끌어야
Karn hold
되는
down the
거야.
site. By that point, time was just too low. So Fnatic gonna have mostly rifles with Guardian for Chronicle. Still have the neural theft, still have the overdrive. Texture still has an operator.
That does get the cash on a 1. Damage not going to be found, Foxy. Not wanting to play overly aggressively. Backs away, but Fnatic looking to get everyone stacked up here. Onto the A site, go for a quick hit, trying to overwhelm the players that are here to greet them. It's all sights in towards Alley for the moment as Ash goes for the drone. Spot on the 1. Paranoia now going to be sent flying. The Chronicle, 2 massive shots. Helps break the site wide open. Ash dead as well, given that it's just Munchkin and Texture left alive with the operator. Seems like Gen G are just going to have to sit back. Potentially send Munchkin in. I mean, do have plenty of cash here on the Viper.
Close to his ult. Wouldn't mind getting the extra.
Damage dealt. Overall be good for him. His spray is going to be exchanged, but As he falls down to 2 HP, will just back away, so Fnatic should be able to just about get this one done in flawless fashion.
Yeah, this time around, a little bit more prepared for some of these positions that Gen G is in. And they just do a whale of a job. Chronicle does a whale of a job over at elbow, clearing that out with a Guardian by himself.
I want to see those shots back from his POV.
Oh, has to be incredible.
They know they've given up some space, so Fnatic just staying clustered, not treading in towards Texture's line of sight. Fnatic will find their second round win. Still in this, still with an opportunity to close out this series.
Just gotta love it. I mean, you just get these early kills, and you're just able to scale up off of that great reveal as well.
저기서
from
잘못됐어.
Makes quick work of Ash. That's just really nice stuff there from Fnatic. You're gonna need those players to keep that up. Gen G though, they want to move that operator over. I feel like A has become their weaker side of things in a way. See if maybe they can just find that opener, dissuade Fnatic a little bit.
Texture pushing forward. He's been a bit of a risk taker to say the least. Pushing with the shorty, no one getting baited forward into the smoke, however.
Just each team trying to feel each other out there to see if anybody's going to make an aggressive move. Instead, Fnatic gonna try this mid-exploration again. They've just been left open. So this is going to be a little bit tough here. Karn and Munchkin getting surrounded.
Starting to get a little bit of frazzles as well. Just a little bit of noise. Paranoia gets sent. Foxy now going to be at risk here potentially. The overdrive gets popped. Called into her hand, but Foxy somehow draws down fast enough to clean up the kill. Player advantage for the moment here on the side of Gen G. Forward sight control for Fnatic. Going to try to get this plant going. Slowed up, interrupted here for the moment.
Chronicle gets the pit off a kill.
Count over the
30
top.
seconds left.
And try to get this pick. Some kills exchange though in Chronicle. He'll get the pit, but only in death.
Let's go.
Does have a neural theft, but again, low on time. The commitment of the ult, a risky one. Otherwise, has no real idea about the player's positions, and he gets ping revealed off the recon. Gen G gonna be feeling very comfortable. Karan could just go for the swing. Alpha puts one down, but that's again the round lost. The
Well
clock
played.
gets away from them.
Well played.
Once sure that they carry nothing forward. 6-2. Gen G still in control.
I mean, this is all just down to Foxy winning that battle against Kayak over in Defender Spawn. Without that, that opens up a huge extra angle.
That
for
was so
Fnatic.
bad.
It
That was
shuts
so
down
bad.
an easy retake for Gen G. Instead, they've got MOBA control, and they're able to find their shots,
Nice.
clean the players out. I think you're going to give poor Solo an ulcer.
They up by indeed, but neural theft still held here. The pit now available for them if they can get into a post plant. One player push up. They're working their way towards Texture with the op.
Munchkin's got his pit as well. Ash has that Hunter's Fury.
Texture's continuing to push. Finds one, but can he exit? So far the answer is yes. Going to be relay bolts exchange fast lane. Sets up for the quick exit. He gets out scot-free. Now looks to try to re-peek. Seems like he's not yet falling for Kayak's exit. Didn't hear him bounding out. But still at risk of being caught off guard. Slides back into position. Both Neons keeping it quiet. Same time, Boaster, Crashy's pushing forward, trying to take some space and control here at top mid.
Look at where the Sonic sensor is.
Smoke cuts off the one side. Paranoia gets sent. Slows the approach. There's the peek, and it's a headshot to boot.
Let's go.
Crashy's now planted here at top mid.
Yo, that's a wrap. Koreans win.
The lurk from Boaster
Where I shouldn't say that. No jinxing anything.
back at this position shows that they're at least somewhat suspicious of it. Now that they have the smoke on market, he can keep his attention trained there.
Might have made just a little bit of noise there, so Boaster gonna change directions.
I mean, I think he's gonna change directions to go for the save. Once again, he and Crashy's just looking to join forces to hold on to these weapons.
10 seconds left.
That is the round lead guaranteed for Gen G. 7-2. With yet 3 more rounds to be played out. They are bouncing back after the loss in OT on split. A good shot to go ahead and hold on to the weapon.
Let's go.
Still struggle street here for Fnatic.
No doubt. Texture just so patient. Just understanding that there was a real chance that Kayak actually hadn't left. And he reads it so well. And the rest of the way, Foxy doing a great job with some of these deep lurks that Fnatic is able to create. And he's shutting them down. And that's been pivotal for Gen G in these rounds.
It's been a big rebound for him. Very much has been the biggest loser of the series when it comes down to the first deaths. Change that, but Texture out a little bit too wide in Chronicle. Just find that headshot right there, clean through the box.
Yeah, they might scale off of this. You would expect that this is the weak side.
There's a neural theft. Paranoia going to be sent out from Karan. Holds him at bay here for the moment. Slide in. Right as the Paranoia hits. Ash now stuck in a bad spot. Shorty going to be drawn out, but won't really even get to fire it.
Unfortunate.
Once again picking up the op this time. Certainly favoring himself with it, given the numbers advantage. Munchkin dead.
Damn, both of them just went.
Simply to save.
We're just gonna go for it.
He's going to try to make this a little bit more costly. Weapon back out, but Chronicle still too fast. Fnatic find themselves a third. Chance to recover this. They look for a 7-5 half.
Yeah, just a little bit of a positioning mistake this time from Texture is punished
Bro.
by Chronicle. Got the spot out. Got the wall bang through the box. Just saw the foot. Right on the
It's always the
there.
foot. You gotta see the foot. It's always the feet. Feet.
All it takes is that one first kill. And that's been Fnatic's go signal to just accelerate. Plenty of money left. Foxy9 got his ult there off that kill in the death. So now you've got everything except for Textures to work with here for Gen G. So a lot to consider.
He's playing back once again. Not going to get spotted. Let's see, entry strategy here. So just going to be the slide across. Texture pulling back, giving himself a bit of a wider angle in case it is going to be the Neon sliding into picture.
Yeah, with all that util over on the other side. There's the Hunter's Fury from Ash.
For a target, finding one. Chronicle likely to fall.
Let's go.
Does.
Nice shot.
Pit will have to wait for the last round of the half as he ends up hitting the floor. Fnatic still interested in this side of the map, or at least being very slow to start rotating. Poster will shift over towards tiles as Alfier goes for a check in towards market. Nothing here.
Dodge the Sonic sensor.
Give them an inkling, yeah. Just was able to strafe through that, and that's going to put him on a deep line in
Dude,
towards
Texture's
Boma.
gonna get a kill right now. Go to his cam. Go to his cam. Go to his POV.
Recon ends up getting cleared. The jiggle peek. Did he go wide enough to spot out the operator? Hard to say, but still able to avoid the shots all the same. As Munchkin seemingly is reading this so very well.
Easy.
Unreal.
Knows the space that he's given up, but Boaster able to fight back in kind. Finds the hit Kayak there to try to counteract, but do they expect that Foxy9 is similarly going to be playing out of B main? Seems like the answer is yes as they go for back site plant. There's the jiggle out. Be cautious though. Armageddon is available. As the arrival, Crashy's nearly having them lined up, is able to find the first Foxy9. He's dead. Paranoia sent, clear on the recon. Karan knowing that he needs to try to win this fight, and he is able to do so. They both avoided. Kayak answering back with one of his own. The Paranoia goes through. Ping reveal on the Boaster. The Kayak collecting the kill. Texture will fall. 2v2. Ash contained back within the smoke. Should be dead. Still, somehow is able to come away with that kill. And now it's down to Boaster to try to clutch this out. Look for the re-ping here. And Boaster just going to be playing the timing. Ash, this time not nearly as close as the previous. Gets himself a 3K, but cannot clutch the round. Fnatic win 2
Nice
in a
try.
row.
Nice try. Nice try.
They're 1 away from 5-7 score line. It's a hell of a lot better than you might have anticipated, given how this map had started.
Yeah, just an absolutely bizarre round. Starts with the Hunter's Fury. Gets a kill. A lot of space taken by Alpha. It's accounted for. Then Foxy9 can't win a battle against
How
Crash.
do they win that?
TP
That's
over
crazy.
From Karan, who's able to bail him out. And then it's a couple 1v1s spread out, and Boaster wins some big ones. against Munchkin in particular. Break things open. Aggressive push.
Alpha suspected that was Alpha saying one more. Make that 7-5. Then we're still in a good spot. Boaster going for a TP. Backside. Is it red? Some eyes facing in towards that direction, but Mixture ends up giving up. And he's Scott just fighting at him with an operator. Excuse me. What is that?
Oh my god. Oh.
The repeat, does he got a third in him?
Oh my goodness. Texture.
What is that?
오.
That is one of the most
텍스처
ridiculous
갓
rounds that I have ever seen.
신인데?
And I have to see it back.
He's 16-4. 4x for a K to D. Unreal stuff from Texture.
Let me see this.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my
Quick
god.
scope after quick scope. Unbelievable scenes. Gen G out the lead. 8-4.
Oh my god.
Shifting
텍스처
now over to the
진짜
attacking side. We'll
개쩐다.
see you guys on the other side of halftime.
와. 와.
They're over 100. I think that's the highest one that I can remember here at this event. That operator does so much damage, but it's just the early start that he has. Those multiple 3Ks that really get the ball rolling. In the
와
economy
진짜
for him.
잘하고
I
있네
mean,
텍스처
Texture right now
씨.
has more kills than the top two players on Fnatic combined. He is in rare form this event.
Got more than the bottom three combined as well. It's just been absolutely insane. I mean, for that matter, it might as well compare it to his own team. He's got
99년생이야. 25살이야.
It's just an absolute treat to watch a player of his caliber.
애기네 애기.
Easily the best operator we have at this event. It is not a contest.
남자지. 애기가
He
아니라.
is shutting teams out on his own.
25살.
And now going over to their attacker's side. Still some work to do. Pretty similar comps. Other than the Sentinels, that's the only change up, but that gives a lot of extra room for Gen G and the post plants potentially. If they can get there.
Well, we might have a potentially quick round here. It's looking like we might have some fighting in mid.
Knives out, run it down.
Triple sack set up here. Ready to be fought on the opposite side by Gen G. There's Texture on the jiggle peek. Spots out plenty. And it seems like they favor their chances, so they want to try to push forward off of this. Spam looking for some damage, none to be found.
Yeah, I wanted to maybe. Whoa.
Who breathes says penis?
Penis? What? What about penises?
Damage can't come away with any kills.
Gen G trying to catch Fnatic off guard there by doubling down on that mid pressure, but Fnatic didn't move a muscle. They held their angles, and they were ready for Foxy's off angle attempting to be created. They shut it down mightily. Now you look over to Chronicle here. Takes a bunch of damage through that box.
Try and answer some back, sticks around. It's a little bit more, and Munchkin's gonna look to go ahead and fill that space. Quick peek in around the back of sight. Caron though.
Oh damn, it's gonna be a 3 flank.
Potentially on his shoulders.
Classic here too.
And has to back away. Sheriff on the opposite side. Slides over. Jiggles out. Paranoia to buy some time. Holds up at bay for the moment, and Munchkin eventually is able to find his target. Chronicle taken down. Fouls for Gen G. Really narrow their focus. Two angles of approach with Karan here around the corner. Crossfire attempt set up here from Munchkin, but eventually he's going to be hounded down. Alvier finding the elimination. It all who cannot get
Everything?
Another
I love
pistol
everything
loss here for
bagels.
Gen G, 3-3 across the two teams in
I
the
love
series.
everything bagel.
Fnatic
Everything
once
bagel's so good.
taking
I actually
first
want
step
one
on
with
the road
cream
to
cheese
recovery
right
here on
now.
Sunset.
Yeah, just a miscalculation.
Oh,
off the
everything
rip for Gen
bagels.
G, thinking that
A nice lock sounds good.
Fnatic were the ones waiting with open arms. Come right in. We're ready. We're waiting. They do a great job in the end.
Come on, boys. Let's fucking now. This is what we want to do, boys. Get the
A little bit late on the blip there. But it's all good. Sheriff, 2 ghosts for the side of Gen G. Fnatic. Decently hefty little investment here for him. Trying to get a catch as Karan could be playing forward into the smoke. Just waiting for the exit. He's snappy enough to go ahead and keep himself alive. Damage taken. Still able to fight. Swing in. Kayak be forced to reposition. Trade some damage back here alongside Texture. Bounce of the shock dart able to be avoided. Boaster holding down the approach, getting the spot. Boaster again finding value with the Sheriff, but kills not quite there yet.
Yeah, I mean, Gen G doing a little bit of damage, but hasn't converted to anything else yet. And Chronicle shuts down Munchkin's lurk.
That should basically seal the deal here. Swing on the corner. Kayak dead. All of Gen G, though, tagged up dangerously low. Fnatic will surrender a bit of space here for the moment as the plant comes in. Chronicle considering going for the aggro push. Foxy 9 just on the opposite side of the corner. Snake fight gonna be set. Can't recover in time. Foxy able to find another as Texture finds Poster. And surely it can't be happening again. And it has!
Let's go. From penis to bagels? Dude.
Ecos won.
The penis can fit in a bagel.
I just don't know how they do it.
Not that I've done that before.
It's just been a mainstay of Gen G. That they are just so fearsome on these ecos. So
Right here, the timing was insane.
A scoop up with the Bulldog there for Ash. Translates to another kill. Texture good for 2 with the
Texture.
Sheriff.
I wanted to say it, but
Reeling after what looked like what might be a good start for this half. Another comeback maybe brewing. Alpha with the hero rifle.
And a Sheriff there as well. Excuse me. Let me use you as my meat shields. You stand in front. I've got the firepower.
what the fuck?
And I will shoot through your corpses as they look for the kill on the Texture, and he falls down to 3 HP. Forces the paranoia out, and somehow Munchkin's dead, so is Ash! And suddenly, Fnatic continue to look to turn the tides. Re-swing in, bit of damage taken. Karan able to put the hero rifle on the floor. Poster nearby to maybe try to go for the recovery on that.
Set up
They
the
are in
smoke.
still such a good position.
Yeah. Gen G, though, not going to contest that rifle. They're just going to pivot over towards B. The linger here from the weak Chronicle. Just a classic.
Barrier deployed.
But a nice position.
Plays it patiently. If they don't lend credence to him lurking there, he could still very well be Gen G's undoing.
Should be in your mind as Gen G. You haven't paid any attention to that part of the map. Are they going to be aware enough?
Slow approach.
30 seconds left.
Texture, spike in hand here with 3 health.
I'm out of here.
Makes his way onto the site. Seems like they are going to be expecting that. Spike gets planted, but now further weapons recovered.
This is going to be a stack. Rifles retrieved here as well for Fnatic. Got a lot of firepower in this retake. Drone doesn't see anything.
It's a massive opportunity for Fnatic to get themselves right back into the driver's seat. The push coming through. Up and over the top is Foxy 9. Finds the first, immediately backpedals. Net not going to go deep enough for the hit. Boaster should have been spotted out there. Slide in, Foxy 9. Drags across for the kill. Texture is instantaneous. And Gen G is infallible.
Foxy and Texture, let's get it.
Close but no cigar. A great run of it for Fnatic, but Gen G
Close but no
now find themselves
cigar.
up 10-5.
I mean, you've got Alfier firing again early for Fnatic. So many of those rounds on split would translate into wins. But it's, again, the trickery and the discipline, the fallback from Foxy9. Shutting down a Neon like that on the slide. Absolutely ridiculous.
He's grabbing his heart at this point. Coach Solo certainly wanting that day of rest.
Poor guy's been put through the ringer today.
It's obviously the losing teams. He gets put on that most difficult of paths, having to play again for tomorrow.
Gotta worry about the Hunter's Fury here.
It's gonna be opened up. Contains them here for now. Mr. eating a tiny little lick of damage there from his teammate. His Texture taken down. Chronicle coming away with the goods. A fantastic kill to be found. Trying to counteract the momentum swing. Everyone on Gen G, other than Munchkin, tagged up, but still able to find one. Crashies falls down to 10. The bite off the drone coming through. Munchkin lays it at his feet. Finds the kill. And now gives the player the advantage. Barrier mesh need to be cleared out here. Bolster on the approach from Mark and Foxy. Getting the spot, has the net, there's the bounce, the pull coming through. Kayak gonna have to try to spam it. Alpha's gonna be out into the open as he gets broken loose. Karen can quickly recover the kill. 2 players remaining. Boaster, some spam does connect, but they have to back away and go for the save. They need these weapons. The Gen G will get themselves up to 11, 3 rounds
Let's
in a row
go. Gen G.
very much find themselves on the back foot.
But it's just snappy shooting again for Gen G, plus the util. The early kill by Ash into the drone snakebite combo onto the weakened Crashies, and then another grab net annihilation for Foxy9. He has been so wonderful with that ultimate.
Isn't that like his third kill?
He's finding so much value.
Third kill with...
And it's so tough. Yeah, he knows they were all low HP, but they just didn't have the bodies available to crash through the site. And that's going to be another timeout here for Fnatic.
Final timeout of this series, unless they're able to take this into another overtime. They have one hell of a run back in front of them. It's the same exact moment after round 16 that we saw the run back begin for them on split. Gen G was only able to get that one more round win.
Oh, nice.
Them to this point to get that.
Couple rifles. Alfier still has his ult. Still got to get to a place to use it. There's the Hunter's Fury for Ash. Texture one away from an overdrive. You never know here. Gen G might just look to contest mid, but nobody from Fnatic there. They're just leaving this wide open here as they're expecting some kind of aggressive A hit. There's Gen G not even in the same realm. See what Crashies can do here. He's pinging out mid.
Set up. It's the spot. Just going to be a little exit here at the drone now. Leading with Kayak, trying to play off of it a little bit. If they find a quick reveal, sees the Tracer, sends some shots, but Karen on the reposition.
Ash is stuck out here with the spike. A little bit of an awkward position. I think they might know he's there. I think they saw the recon come out.
Continuing the cycle, those smokes onto the right-hand side of top mid. Seems like Gen G more than happy to go ahead and pump the brakes a bit.
Yeah, they're being really cautious this round. Something feels off. They haven't met much resistance. We're looking to see if Fnatic's going to try to make a peek.
Drone at the ready, the market door open. Will force a reposition here from Alfier.
Revealing area.
Crashies sending out the recon. Number 1, that's going to be Chronicle and Kayak playing off it beautifully. Kills found, Alpha pushing forward.
Oh my goodness.
Picking in the pieces, Foxy9 finds himself all alone. Net going to be sent. Spikes on the floor. Free swing towards Boba. Has him lined up, but cannot collect the kill.
So close.
The timeout ends up getting them a round win. Are we on that
Yo,
same
what is
path, that
up
same
with
script from Split?
11-6?
But that's the first step.
Yeah, this is just so patient. Just putting Gen G in a really awkward spot, stuck behind the pillar in mid. Trying to figure out what to do. And then they're able to use that Sova util to play off of to set up that kill. And then just wipe Gen G off the board. Really well thought out, really well planned. And as soon as Gen G got stuck there, they didn't really have an exit strategy. Maybe doubling down on this a little bit again. Seems like just texture though, this time going out on an exploration mission.
Just wants to try to clear that cam again perhaps, but this time won't be able to do so. Alpha gives up market, just backing away. As all of Gen G get clustered here into B main.
You could use this Hunter's Fury.
Yo, they have to win this round. I can't see another 11-6.
Go on a dry peek and force Chronicle back. Relay bolt gonna be dodged. Alpha.
I feel so bad for this guy.
A bit at risk, but still able to fight back for one. Does well to find the kill before getting traded out. Chronicle swinging in for an angle, looking to try to find a pin.
Oh my goodness, Chronicle.
Foxy scales forward through the fast lane. Was able to find that headshot. Shock dart here towards Ash. A bit of damage gonna be suffered.
Ah, let's go.
Flushes out the enemy Sova. A 2v4.
2v4.
So it seems like the call is going to be to try to make a play of this one, but Boaster is just being sprayed through the smoke as they hear him TP up. They grab that, finds the catch. Kayak trying to get the hit. Finds the first, but it's just too many angles and only 2 HP. Even going for the save. Impossible.
Impossible.
Gen G get themselves now up to match point. Fnatic needs 6 in a row. Much like we saw from them on Split. They want to have any chance of staying in the upper bracket.
But just a really nice round here from Gen G. Great calls from Munchkin. Send texture out on that solo mission. Try to figure out what's going on in market. Didn't really get much out of that. That's okay. Pivot back over to B. Just set up for a classic execute. Throw that relay bolt back there.
Second time.
Isolate
This
the
is the
players.
second round from the one before. What do you mean second round?
And then you're good to go. Just lock down those sites so nicely.
Hit on main. Munchkin, I think, previously wanting to try to take this orb for himself to get one away from a bit of his own in the round, but
Is it same teams? Yes, same teams. This is the final match.
decides to back off after clearing out the tripwire.
Jen is who we're going for, okay? Jen. It's Korea.
Chronicle think. Another double stack here at top mid.
I have a bad feeling here.
Smoke about to dissipate. Whips gonna be found, and Kayak instantaneously able to find the kill on Munchkin. The rest of the team now just sprint forward in towards market. Gets the reveal off the trip, but cannot collect the kill. Off the air. Position going to be known, but Fnatic are very quickly getting themselves into a good spot, trying to go ahead and get a blood retake. As Crashy's able to find one, trading it back. This is Alpha. Kills Texture. Chronicle on the peak, finding Kara now. Quickly is going to get dropped. Sonic sensor lobbed in. The jump up over the top. Foxy 9 finds the elimination. Tucks back.
No surprises.
As he has the Armageddon at the ready. Spots one. It's just going to be a shotgun stop. As he gets the headshot on Boaster.
Oh, we won. Let's go. Ah.
Lightning will strike twice from Shanghai to Toronto. They are after their
Oh, that was a play.
There is no doubt now that this team is the favorite to win this tournament. A flawless run through the Swiss stage and now taking down the #1 seed from EMEA.
Let's go. You hear that? Taking out the #1 seed.
But Sunset, another dominant performance.
아이고, 자랑스러워라.
13-6. And me oh my, this team is
자랑스럽다.
another stratosphere. They're in another solar system. They're in another galaxy.
Absolutely looking like they're in peak form. Still some teams out there that potentially challenge them. Wolves, one that we definitely have to zoom in and keep our minds on because they in their own right have been looking incredible.
Seed.
Genji sitting up a bracket.
Already.
Still going to be
Oh,
opportunity to try to fight their way out of the lowers.
that was GG.
Oh, and no #1 seed.
Guys, I'm actually hungry. I thought today I'm extra 30-minded. I love it. Plant that seed inside me. Ass and titties, titties. One thing that's still with me, with me. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna go eat some food. Gonna eat some food. Hope you have a good night, Fabry. Thanks for tuning in. Must be a little late for you. Sweet dreams. You know, hope you have fun tonight. Bye. Love you too. Bye.